I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code Speakeasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Yo! Beautiful people, beautiful people, beautiful people. Welcome into Speakeasy Sophisticated Sports Talk. It's your boy, creator of the show, Emmanuel Acho. We got a quite unique show for y'all today, but first off, glad y'all are here. Y'all could be watching any show. Y'all could be doing anything with your life, and you're hanging out with us. We don't take it for granted. A lot of topics to hit, but it's not even about the topics. It's about the people talking about them. So how about Eagles all-time leading rusher in the studio, 252 Live, LaShawn Shady McCoy.
Listen, I'm here, but listen. Not for a long time, for the right time. I need y'all to keep it real. Because Acho, I can feel it already. He's not going to keep it real. Already? Trey, you don't. All right.
I'm the last hope.
Come on. All right.
Hey, speaking of Trey, that's Social Trey in the building. What up with it?
What's happening to the Speakeasy regulars? What's up, Acho? What's up, Shady?
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, a little news. TJ Hushmanzada, he is en route. He is on the way. The LA traffic is getting him, but hopefully he will be here. But before we even dive into all of that, we got to talk more about this Sam Darnold, because the Sam Darnold praise, in case y'all haven't been seeing it, it's starting to get a little outlandish. I saw this before, scrolling social media today, and y'all just need to look at it. Sam Darnold, the first quarterback from his stacked draft class to win a Super Bowl. Shady McCoy, you see a little Sam Darnold, then you see Josh Allen looking up at him.
What are we doing?
Lamar Jackson looking up at him. Baker Mayfield looking up at him. But y'all, it gets worse. Because y'all know, Super Bowl MVPs, they go to Disneyland. But Kenneth Walker was Super Bowl MVP, and he's sitting in a little teacup with Sam Darnold. Shady, do you have an issue with Sam Darnold and the praise being overblown? You got an issue with him going to Disney?
I don't have an issue, but I do not like it, right? Because
doesn't that mean you have an issue?
No, I don't like it. Issue is like, yo, I got a problem.
Okay. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got a problem if I got an issue. Nah, I just don't like it.
Okay.
This is the reason why. And first of all, congrats, Sam Darnold, right? You're a quarterback of a Super Bowl winning team. I love that. But if Sam Darnold was the MVP, right, of the game, I guarantee you K9 would have not went there. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why that is, we want to make this whole NFL all about the quarterbacks. Yeah. And the truth is, there's only about 5 or 6 legit quarterbacks. You're not taking a Weatherspoon is a hell of a defensive back.
Hell of a DB.
They're not taking him there.
True.
You get what I'm saying? So I just hate when they do this, because now it's like, yo, everything has to be the quarterback. Always got to be the quarterback. But in all reality is, hey, there's a couple of elite special quarterbacks, and treat the other quarterbacks like other players.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just hate when we make the quarterback everything in the NFL, because that's not reality.
I'm with it. Like, if Sam Darnold had won MVP, he should go to Disney.
He should go.
But my thing is, with Kenneth Walker being the MVP champ, why are you diluting the praise that Kenneth Walker deserves? Sam Darnold's already going to get enough praise. Sam Darnold's the face of the organization, the quarterback of the organization, and though Sam Darnold is probably the 10th best player on the team, he already gets enough praise. And now Sam Darnold is sharing his praise with Kenneth Walker, somewhat of an issue with that. But then also, let's not take the Sam Darnold praise so far. Sam Darnold, I believe, good quarterback to really good quarterback, especially in the clutch moments this season. But at the point in which people are starting to rub in the fact that he's won, but Josh Allen hasn't. He's won, but Lamar Jackson hasn't. He's won, but Baker Mayfield hasn't. I mean, we do have to add some context to it all. So to me, it's like I do have an issue with it, because, Shady, there's no reason for Sam Darnold to be there, because you hit the nail on the head. If Darnold had won MVP, would K9 have gone?
He wouldn't have went, man. And it's not a disrespect to Sam Darnold, because Sam Darnold, he played well. This postseason, he played well. The regular season, he had the most turnovers in the league, correct?
Yep.
turn it around in the playoffs. I'm cool with that. And if you want to say, yo, out of that draft class, he's the only quarterback to go to the Super Bowl, I'm okay with that too, because that's true.
That's a fact, yeah.
Right? Even though it's nuanced to every conversation, right? Because it's like Josh Allen, I mean, he's like the focal point of everything they're doing. Lamar Jackson, but whatever, he won, and I'm okay with that. I just don't like when we have these conversations in the NFL, they make their quarterback everything. Like, if Sam made MVP of the game, there's no other players going to go there winning. But since he's the quarterback, we want to blow it up. I just hate that part because now players don't get their just dues. Players don't get their credit like the quarterback gets the credit. A team can have a great defense, have a really great running game, and a quarterback can play okay, and they're going to say, you know what? He took him to a 13-game win season. He took him to a 14-game win. When all reality is like, yo, he was just part of it. So I have an issue with that, and I have an issue also with, like, I guess playing the game, like you play with a guy and you're better than him and the offense goes to you, but now he's making more money than you make. And it's like, damn. Like, is my value, where's my real value?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they only value the quarterback. The quarterback is the only position in football where you could be the 10th, 12th best player on the squad and make the number one money on the squad. You could be a above average quarterback and you could make top 5, top 6, top money in the league.
Yeah.
No other position can do that. Think about what I'm saying. So it's not a hate or diss to Sam or any other quarterback, but it's like we got to get to a point where, look, man, good players should get their credit. And no matter what position you are. That's the only issue I have about the league where it's going. Is like everything is all about the quarterback.
Let me ask you this. The Super Bowl. Trey, I'm going to go to you first. Will it change Sam Darnold's legacy? Because when you win a chip, that's a big deal.
Yep.
He won a chip. I understand he was not the best player in the Super Bowl game. He wasn't the best player in the divisional round game. Championship game, though, at least statistically, he went crazy. Yep. Does the Super Bowl championship change Sam Darnold's legacy? Because in my mind, it does. At minimum, what Sam Darnold can say now is that I'm a Super Bowl champion, and to some degree, he can walk into rooms with the likes of Nick Foles. You know what I mean? Like, he's no longer stuck in rooms with Rex Grossman. He's no longer even stuck, in my mind, in a room with Trent Dilfer, because Trent Dilfer was literally being carried by the likes of Ray Lewis and all those different individuals. Right. Sam Darnold did some carrying from time to time, has a Super Bowl championship, was a part of a 13-win team and a 14-win team the next year, so it's not like it was a flash in the pan. Does Sam Darnold's legacy change in your mind, Trey, because of this championship?
I don't think it can, simply because he's not the detractor of his own legacy. As harsh as that may sound, like he is.
Ain't harsh.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of being pulled along. Is he being carried to the level that Trent Dilfer was? No, but he's not the guy, and he's not the reason the Seahawks have a championship, and he's not going to get a statue outside of the Seahawks stadium. So I don't even know if he belongs in the conversation with Nick Foles to that extent, because in the back, y'all want a statue of Sam Darnold outside the stadium? They're good. They're good on that. They're good on that. So I don't think it really advances his legacy. I think in order for his legacy to advance, he has to come out and be a good regular season quarterback that also shows up in the playoffs and win more games in the playoffs. Does he need another championship? Nah, I don't know. But he definitely has more to prove.
I think it changes his career, though.
Yeah.
Right? Because anytime you win a Super Bowl and you was a starting quarterback, like, you should get credit for that.
Okay.
You know,
Yep.
He had one really dominant game against the Niners, right? Or was that Seahawks?
Dominant game.
The Rams.
Yeah.
But overall, he was cool. He was solid. So yes, I do think that it changes his career for him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Super Bowl winning quarterback, so I give him that part. But to me, to the fans, to the people that really grade quarterbacks, to the people that really like study this game for real, no.
Yeah.
I think he's a good quarterback.
I think it changes the narrative, but I don't know about his legacy.
But where, though? What narrative, though? Because, like I said before, I think going into next year, is he bumped in the top 5 now? Is he bumped in the top 7 because of Super Bowl?
I'll say this, though, Shady. I think now he has to.
But
he has to, I believe, bump into the top. He has to now flirt with the top 10. What I mean by that is this. Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott, there's a conversation you can have. Because I have seen Dak Prescott lose multiple playoff games. Not just one.
Yeah.
I've seen him lose multiple San Francisco 49ers in San Fran, Green Bay Packers in Dallas, young Green Bay Packers team. Dak Prescott not having the cognition to slide in advance. Also, for those keeping track at home, Seattle Seahawks had no turnovers in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Kenneth Walker. Shout out to JSN. Shout out to Cooper. Shout out to Cooper Kupp. Shout out to Barner, rather. But Sam Darnold touches the ball on every single play. And you didn't have no brain farts like C.J. Stroud, who had several. You had none like Jarrett Stidham, who had one major one. You had none like Drake May, who had several. So at the point in which I watched with my own eyes quarterbacks lose games this playoffs, and I've seen with my own eyes quarterbacks lose playoff games. But Sam Darnold, sure, maybe you didn't win the divisional round game. Maybe you didn't win the Super Bowl. And by win it, I mean you didn't put the team on your back. But you sure as hell didn't drive it to a ditch.
Yeah,
I saw Stroud do that. I saw Dak Prescott do that.
but
I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo do that.
all right, so Jimmy G, I think he's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. I think he's real bad. C.J. Stroud, he just got bad. I think the last 2 years he's just been not really that good. But even Dak, like nobody in their right mind would take Sam Darnold over Dak Prescott. How? Dak's a way better quarterback. And the truth is,
but can you still say that?
But hold on.
Go ahead.
Wait. You think Sam's better than Dak Prescott?
Sam did not choke in these playoffs. And I've seen Dak Prescott do it. Is Dak better in the regular season? Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
But everybody has different roles.
Yeah, but that Dak Prescott defense in 2021
I understand
was great.
that, but when you have guys like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, we're going to throw the ball. We're not getting these wide receivers not to throw the rock. The Seahawks,
JSN 2-5.
The Seahawks is cool with that. They cool. We're going to run the ball. We got Cooper Kupp as a possession receiver nowadays, right?
Yep.
Safe throws, little small drags, little hits, small stuff. Sit in the zone. JSN is different. He's a different dude. So we're going to go give him ball because he's going to get separation. He's different. Coach going to find ways to give him the ball. He's the type of dude, you give him a 5-yard pass, he takes a 25-yard. That's how good he is.
Facts.
But other than that, they not really trying to throw the rock. We trying to run the ball, play great defense. The Super Bowl, there was mad field goals kicked. Now, we all knew that there's no way that the Patriots going to move the ball. Mm-hmm. Like, after the fourth straight punt in a row, you knew they weren't doing nothing. So, put your foot on their neck. They didn't do that. You know what? Let's just win this game, field goal, run the ball. Let's be safe with it.
But here's what kills
me.
me.
What I'm saying is, with Sam Darnold, you could be way more conservative. Where Dak Prescott, the highest quarterback in the league, no, dude, you need to throw this rock. You need to play quarterback a certain way. The same way with Josh Allen and these other guys. So that's why I hate when we do this comparison to quarterbacks, because if you was in the room, in the meeting room, if Dak's at quarterback, if Josh at quarterback, Lamar, all these dudes, the coordinator's going to talk differently to the offense compared to if Sam Darnold's at quarterback. Does that make sense?
1,000%.
Yes.
The only time I will push back is we remember that 2021, I believe, playoff game.
Yeah, he played
Dallas
bad.
Cowboys, they held the Niners.
Yeah, he played
Cowboys
bad,
had first team since 2007 Chargers. They had a 10-sack guy, a 10-interception guy, a 1,000-yard rusher, plus a 1,000-yard receiver. Dak Prescott had all that.
He played bad that game.
And he played terrible that game. Cowboys defense did a great job against Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, amongst others. Maybe McCaffrey wasn't there, but Brock Purdy, Deebo Samuel, amongst others. Sam Darnold did have a 346-yard, 4-touchdown, no-pick game in a championship game. It wasn't a wild card game. It wasn't a divisional game. It was a championship game versus the best team in the National Football League. Mm-hmm. That's what matters to me. It's like, I've yet to see Dak Prescott do that. Have I seen Dak Prescott throw for 5 touchdowns in a playoff game? Yeah. Wild card game versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady's last year, I believe, or the year right before his last year in retirement. But I've never seen Dak play this good in a game of significance or in a game of magnitude.
So hold up, because I'm not no super like, oh my God, Dak Prescott fan. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You telling me right now today, you telling me you taking Sam Darnold over Dak Prescott?
I'm telling you, this Super Bowl win of Sam Darnold, that's what it does for me. It's not. It doesn't let me put Sam Darnold ahead of Joe Burrows and ahead of.
Question. I didn't hear the answer. I didn't hear your answer. Did you hear the answer?
The reason I could say yes.
You said no, or you said yes?
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear
the answer.
Okay.
The reason I could say yes, not I will say yes, but the reason I could say yes.
What
is it?
Can I get an answer? I don't. What are we doing? I should.
Maybe I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
So you telling me that you would take Sam Darnold over Dak Prescott?
Here's why. Yes, here's why.
Cool. All right.
Because I do believe on a team with CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, DeMarcus Lawrence, a good Trayvon Diggs, Micah Parsons, I believe that Sam Darnold would have gone further. Because Sam Darnold with lesser went further. Mike McDonald is a phenomenal coaching mind. I'd say the same about Dan Quinn. I would say Dan Quinn was the architect of the Legion of Boom. The Legion of Boom. This Seahawks defense is great. Dan Quinn was the architect of the Legion of Boom. So I've seen Sam Darnold do as much with less as I've seen Dak Prescott. So for that reason, I can say that. Now, if you want to say, hey, Acho, who's going to have more passing yards in regular season? Dak.
Bro,
but I've seen Sam Darnold have a 13-win season and a 14-win season.
The coordinator's not going to call the same type of plays with Sam Darnold, and you know that. You know that. The coordinator with Dak Prescott is going to call more aggressive plays than he would for Sam Darnold. The coordinator's going to come, the head coach, as okay, let's limit some of these passes. You know that.
Here's my thing, though, Shady.
Right?
But you're acting like Darnold didn't throw the ball at all. You feel me? Like, you can't throw for 346 without airing it out.
You keep talking about one game, yo. You keep talking about one game. The first game they had, I seen Sam Darnold in the interview after the game with the MVP, and he did the bare minimum.
But last year, if I'm not mistaken, Sam Darnold had, 35 touchdowns last season passing? You don't do that without airing it out, Shady. He has 60 passing touchdowns in the last 2 years. Like, you're talking like Sam Darnold is Colin Kaepernick throwing the ball.
No. But I seen him also that year you talked about last year, how the end of the year looked for him. I seen that too.
Correct. But don't just look at the bad. Like,
no, I'm saying if I'm his coordinator, right? Yeah. I'm like, yo, I don't want him just throwing the ball all around the field like that. I don't want him doing that. Yeah. I mean, the dude did have the most turnovers.
That's fair.
This season.
So you think if Sam Darnold was on those Cowboys teams,
they go further? Because remember, Dak didn't go far with those Cowboys teams. It's not hard to beat. First round exit versus the Green Bay Packers. Sam Darnold could have lost to the Packers. First round exit, I believe, versus San Francisco 49ers. Sam Darnold could have lost to the Niners. He beat the Tom Brady's 9-7 or 9-8 Bucks. Tom Brady's last year, and then Tom Brady unretires. Sam Darnold could have done that. So, like, Dak has not done anything in his playoff career that I'm not sitting here saying, man, I don't know if Sam Darnold could have done that. Dak's 2-5 in the playoffs.
Yo, he's selling me.
You know what I mean?
So Sam Darnold means more to his team in the playoffs than Dak Prescott means to his team.
Now, that's a different question.
That's a great question.
It's a good question, but a different question.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Dak Prescott means more to his team than Sam Darnold does mean to his team. But Dak Prescott has caused more losses in the playoffs than Sam Darnold has.
Can I make one more point?
Yes, sir.
Yo, if we interview players, defensive players from the Cowboys, and they speak about Dak, they will not speak the same way about Dak like the Sam Darnold teammates talk about him.
Correct.
We had a chance to talk to some players from the Seahawks about their quarterback.
Julian Love.
And he was super positive. He said, we love Sam. He's going to just manage the game. We're going to run the ball well. We're going to play great defense. I'm thinking like, damn.
Now, but this is a great way to end this conversation before we move. That was before this playoff run. So remember the context, but not too far.
That's fair.
The context of this conversation is, how has this playoff run changed Sam Darnold in your minds? Yeah. Before this playoff run, I'm with Shady.
He's a good quarterback.
I'm with Shady.
He's a good quarterback.
But at the point in which that was also the only time we'd seen Sam Darnold in the playoffs was, you know what I'm saying, choking.
Yeah.
But now I've seen him win 3 straight games. Not turn the ball over in 3 straight games.
But why? See, that's the part I hate. Why does he automatically get the wins?
Because this, and I don't know this off the top of my head, but if we're thinking about quarterbacks in the playoffs, Caleb Williams, I know, threw a pick, turned the ball over. Let me go with that. Josh Allen turned the ball over. I believe Bo Nix turned the ball over. Plus he got hurt, unfortunate. Jarrett Stidham turned the ball over. C.J. Stroud turned the ball over. Who else? Justin Herbert turned the ball over. Like, all of these quarterbacks turned the ball over in less games than Sam Darnold. And the biggest thing to win a football game is to possess the football. So that's why I'm giving credit to Sam Darnold more than 2-5.
When Drake May had that game against the Broncos, he didn't really do much at all. Ran a couple times. Like, I can't say, he won this game.
No.
But I'm saying that's what we do, though.
Because
we give the quarterbacks, if they win a game, you give the quarterbacks all the love. It's like, how?
He's saying because you said Sam won 3 games in a row.
Because Sam played better. He played better than the opposing quarterback in all 3 games. That at least I can say. And that matters. If my job is to play better than you, and I do that, that matters. But let me move because we got a lot of stuff to get to today. Yeah. People are talking about the Seahawks having a dynasty. That's what they're talking about. New dynasty Seahawks. Y'all take a look at this. Seahawks are just getting started. Are we talking and are we witnessing a new dynasty? Nick Warrior, 21 years old. Byron Murphy, 23. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 23. Grace Abel, 23. Devin Witherspoon, 25. Charbonnet, 25. Kenneth Walker, 25. Kobe Bryant, 26. Ernest Jones, 26. Reek Woolen, 26. Rashid Shaheed, 27. Julian Love, 27. Darnold, obviously, only 28. I saw another tweet talking about this. Seahawks, they don't miss in the draft. So these are all of their drafted players that are still on the football team that they still have the rights to, many fifth-year options, because you see a lot of first-round picks, which means they got them for 5 years. I do believe that the Seahawks are primed to be a dynasty. And the reason I say I believe they're primed to be a dynasty is the Seahawks defense is incredibly young and incredibly talented. Ernest Jones, Devin Witherspoon, Reek Woolen, Julian Love, Kobe Bryant. These are all players that have at minimum 3 to 4 more great years in them. And these are the older players I'm talking about as far as Love and Bryant. At minimum 3 to 4 more years in them. I also look at the NFC. The Seahawks are already better than the Rams. The Rams are the team that I'm most worried about as it stands right now. So you're already better than the Rams because the Rams are the young, budding team that has no tension like the Philadelphia Eagles do. Packers, they haven't turned that hump. Chicago Bears, they still have to prove that they're capable of doing it. Detroit Lions are on a decline. Minnesota Vikings are on a decline. San Francisco 49ers might have 1 year left in that window. So for me, I do believe the Seahawks, they are poised to become a dynasty because they have the nucleus of what it takes to be a dynasty. Really good defense, really good running game. Even if you can't retain Kenneth Walker, you still have Zach Charbonnet, who was good enough to make you split carries with Kenneth Walker. So for me, 2-5, I think the Seahawks have the making of what it takes to be a dynasty. The question is, can they? But what do you say?
We getting carried away now, man. Damn, but that's, it comes along with it. You win a championship, you hear all these type of new narratives. No, I don't think they're gonna be a dynasty. I think they're a good team. I think they'll compete for sure because they have young talent, right? Hungry talent. But all the dynasties that I know, I'm going to go with the Patriots with Tom Brady, right?
Yep.
And I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Now, all them teams got something in common, Trey. Quarterback.
Yeah.
You can't have a dynasty if you don't have a top-tier elite quarterback. You can win a Super Bowl with not having one year, but to keep doing it, keep going back to the bowl. I don't think so. I don't. I watched the way Mahomes, the way he played, the way he carried them teams with talent, without talent, and then Tom Brady. I watched him win with talent, without talent. So this team is good, but to be a dynasty, I think you need a Hall of Fame type of quarterback.
I hear that,
or at least elite.
But what about this? McDonald has started to change the way the game is being coached in the sense that we've never seen a defensive coach call plays. Mike McDonald is the first coach in the history of the game to call plays and win a Super Bowl. So if you can call plays and win a chip, if you can revolutionize coaching and win a chip, then I believe you too can have a dynasty that we've never seen before because you've been a coach that we've never seen before. Now, I get it. You have to have a great quarterback to be a dynasty because usually a great quarterback can cover up all of the errors on your team. Yep. But my thought is this, 2-5. My thought is this, Trey, is this defense is very easy to maintain the excellence of because they're not dependent on one player. Yeah, the Patriots had a dynasty, but the 1 year Tom Brady tore that ACL, missed the playoffs because they had to start Matt Castle. Yeah, the Chiefs have a dynasty, but when Patrick Mahomes got hurt, Chiefs are drafting like 10th overall because they're dependent on the quarterback.
So what happens?
The Seahawks are dependent on no player.
So what
There's not one player they're dependent on.
Let me knock on wood here. So what happens to some of these the elite guys on this team? They break a shoelace. They tear a shoelace.
JSN didn't play essentially the second half. Leading receiver was Cooper Kupp, AJ Barner.
Slow down for a second.
I'm slow as hell.
You talking about a part of the game that the freaking offense can't do nothing over there. They could have won that game without none of them dudes. They play defense.
That's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
The whole season, though. I'm talking about the whole season. I'm on the whole season, right? Because are you going to beat Matthew Stafford without?
Houston Texans essentially this whole season ran through with a really good defense.
Let's stay there. Let's stay because you're good with that. Let's stay on this team.
Yep.
You tell me this Seahawks team, right? And you take Jackson Smith off this squad because he breaks a shoelace. Do you think they can beat the Rams? Because, I mean, they couldn't cover him at all. He was just on one-on-ones.
No, but in the same breath, if the Rams lose Puca Nakua, I don't think they could beat the Seahawks. If all things are equal.
See, I don't know that.
Here's why I know it. Because Puca Nakua went for 225 yards against the Seahawks team. That was of more significance than Jackson Smith.
But when he slowed down in the second half, though, Devontae started getting busy, right?
Yep.
So I don't know that. And you got Matthew Stafford that can, okay?
Yeah, here's the point I'm making is this, though. The way the Seahawks are constructed, you're not dependent upon one player. Right. Most NFL teams are a house of cards. You pull the quarterback, everything collapses. The Seattle Seahawks are not that. I think the Seattle Seahawks have actually built something that's more sustainable. I need y'all to hear what Kyle Shanahan said. Kyle Shanahan was doing the NBC broadcast before the Super Bowl, and he said something that stuck with me and it stuck out to me. He said, I think there are 2 Super Bowl defenses this year, and it's Seattle and Houston. When I say that, it means they're capable of winning on their own on the other side of the ball. Just take a listen to what he had to say.
This year, and it was Seattle and it's Houston. And when I say that, it means they're capable of winning totally on their own if the other side of the ball, special teams and offense don't mess it up.
This is why I think the Seahawks can be a dynasty. Houston, Seattle, I believe, are the 2 teams that the duration of the season, if we don't have a sorry quarterback, we're going to be all right.
I don't believe that. I just don't agree with that.
Think about it. Houston went undefeated with Davis Mills.
But I've never seen it. I've never seen a team have a dynasty without having a good quarterback. I've never seen it.
Yep.
I'm not saying it can't happen. And then even as you're talking about this, like the team is based on this players. Like they got some players. Witherspoon ain't just a regular player.
Agree.
He starts with any team he wants to go to.
1,000%. He's an all-pro
So
talent.
let's say a guy like that, he might not be there. Like I think that matters. I think small little pieces matter. So yes, I think they're a good team. They're solid. They're coached very, very well. But you talking about a dynasty. I don't know.
I mean, to Shady's point, being a dynasty is near impossible.
Dynasty.
Here's what I do.
That means every
And
year.
also-
Hold up.
Yeah,
Every
go
year
ahead.
that means there's a chance that we're probably going back.
See, that's what
to
I
the
mean.
Super Bowl.
So where I thought Shady was going to go was like dynasty. You got to win like 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. I believe dynasty, like Shady just said. I think the Seahawks for the next several years will be a team that is in contention for a Super Bowl.
So the next 3 years, you telling me that they can go to the Super Bowl twice out of the next 3 years?
I think they can get to the NFC Championship game in 2 or 3 of them.
All right, well,
That's not enough, though.
Yeah.
You gotta win. You gotta win to be cemented as a dynasty. Like Shady,
Some back-to-backs.
Exactly. You brought up the Chiefs and you brought up the Patriots.
Yep.
Both of those teams in their dynasty have back-to-back championships.
Come on, man.
Now, I'm not saying you have to win back-to-back, but you would have to get at least 2 out of 3.
Okay, let me give you this. Then.
Try it again.
This Seahawks team has the exact same DNA as the 2012 to 2016 Seahawks teams. Because the DNA, not the same players, DNA, y'all got to rock with me. Okay. You had a really good linebacker, except Bobby Wagner's a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You had a really good secondary. You have pass rushers, more veteran pass rushers, Michael Bennett, DeMarcus Lawrence, but they got Byron Murphy on this team.
He's a dog.
You have a really good running game. Obviously, Marshawn Lynch, they're the supersized version of it. Yeah. But I also believe the NFC then was a little bit more legitimate than the NFC now, because you were dealing with Aaron Rodgers in his prime.
Yeah.
You were dealing with Cam Newton in his prime. You were dealing with Matt Ryan in his prime. What's the NFC got right now? A young Caleb Williams trying to figure it out. Dak Prescott, who's never figured it out. A Jalen Hurts, we don't know if his team likes him or not. Matthew Stafford, who's about to be 38, 39 next year. So I'm saying this Seahawks team has just the same odds as that Seahawks team. Do I believe they're about to win 3 chips in 4 years? No, I'm not going that far. But I do think that they have what it takes to become a dynasty. That's my last thought on it. That's my last. Why are you shaking your head, 2-5?
We just see things differently. You know what I mean? You see her, and you like, wow, oh my God. I see her, I'm like, oh, she's cool. She's cool. I won't give her my number. But he won't give her number, Instagram, Twitter. He don't give her the page. He don't give her the codes.
The checkbook, all of it?
Jay-Z say, before you jump out the window, what's your name? Remember that?
Yeah. Excuse me, miss. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Trey.
Speaking of talking about, Trey, can we talk about some Super Chats, G? I know we got a couple of them.
We do have a couple super chats to get to. I'm going to pull those up. J-Ham 2020 said, God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
Wait, God is great.
Amen. He is both.
He is
They're
good.
not mutually exclusive. He could be good. He could be great. He could be phenomenal. He could be,
God ain't good. God's great.
I agree with you. J-Ham wanted to say good, though. So he said, these recent head coach hirings had me thinking, when is actually the right time to move on from a coach? Ravens and Bucks orgs are shaking their head, not promoting their coaches. What are your thoughts? Love for the Speakeasy.
I think teams move on from coaches 1 year too late. I think that's really what happens. Yeah, because especially legacy coaches. Mike Tomlin should have moved on, and they should have parted ways years ago. Steelers haven't had a playoff win since 2017. John Harbaugh, I'm not going to say he wasted, but John Harbaugh, him and Lamar ain't really have no, success that they should have had. Sean McDermott, they could have been moved on. Now, shout out to Sean McDermott as a defensive mind, but when Sean McDermott fired Leslie Frazier, he could have fired himself at that point in time. Leslie Frazier being the defensive coordinator. I think they move on from coaches probably 1 year too late. The legacy coaches, that is.
Yeah. Shady, you got any thoughts? Or we moving?
Nah, I'll let my man take care of that one.
Cool. We got another super chat from Yoza7914 said, I'm just saying Dak went against some elite defenses while Sam went against an injury-riddled, y'all got to get y'all syntax together, 49ers and Rams defense that didn't really show up.
That counts.
Yeah.
That counts in theory.
Yeah,
it
but
counts.
now, you play the game, so I ain't going to do that part. Sam went out there, he played the game, they won. I ain't going to take nothing from nobody. See, I'm honest. Another thing, I get all these DMs like I'm hating on the Seahawks. I'm thinking like, what did I ever say about the Seahawks? I don't hate on Sam Darnold. I just call it what it is because y'all be drinking that Sam Darnold juice and wine and champagne. I don't do none of that. I keep it honest. Okay. He's a good quarterback, and that's how I talk about him. I don't talk about him like he's this all world or he's a elite. I don't do that. I speak on guys how they are. That's it. That's all.
Okay, last one I got is from Not For Sale 206 said K9 is an introvert. He barely does interviews in Seattle. Sam always has Shady in his feelings. LOL. Go Hawks.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like they just
I love K9 on dog.
Yeah, K9. He
the truth.
He is.
But I've been said. I say, yo, why they not give him more carries? This one other dude was playing. I'm like, they're not the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's some guys that can be. Let me say it's about running backs. If there's a hole there, any running back gonna hit the hole. Mm-hmm. But it's special running backs when they hit the hole. They you see the difference. Yeah. He's special. There's no reason why he was really, really good at Michigan State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get to something that's gigantic news, especially for this show. Over the weekend, Jeff Stoutland, he announced that he was retiring. Philadelphia Eagles offensive line coach, was a part of the Eagles' DNA for building the first Super Bowl and the second Super Bowl. Then on top of the Jeff Stoutland news, Jeff Stoutland, I believe the greatest coach on that Eagles staff, retiring, we got news over the Super Bowl weekend that was drowned out. Eagles offensive lineman, left guard Landon Dickerson, along with future first ballot Hall of Famer, right tackle Lane Johnson, also could retire this offseason. Landon Dickerson dealt with several injuries, a multitude of injuries this offseason. Lane Johnson missed about 6 games with injuries himself. Lane Johnson already has a Hall of Fame career, including 2 Super Bowls. Landon Dickerson, a Super Bowl. Jeff Stoutland, 2 Super Bowls. There's a lot of noise going on in Philadelphia that nobody is talking about. Maybe the most important question I'll ask today, Shady, is the Eagles' Super Bowl window quietly closed?
Nah. But you might not agree with that because you think the Seahawks is going back to back. They're a dynasty. No. I mean, hey, it's a bump in the road for us. You know, this year we came up short. We had a lot of up and down type of year. You know, play calling was an issue. You know, I think players being committed together was an issue. A lot of different things. But that's what happens when you're a good team. You have the good, you have the bad. Everybody goes through it. I do think that this year it's a big year for us. Listen to all the interviews, the guys talking to some of the players on a one-on-one basis. I think we'll be ready. I think a guy like A.J. Brown's going to come into the season with an attitude like, yo, I'm going to show y'all why I'm still that guy. I think a guy like Jalen Hurts having an up and down year. I think he comes back and he shows why he was Super Bowl MVP. We have a lot of stuff to prove, you know. And another thing is our new coordinator. It's going to be a lot on his shoulders. Mm-hmm. And I think we'll see Nick Sirianni, who people hate on, which I don't know why, but now he probably gets even more involved with the offense. I think this year will be a good year for us. Lane Johnson ain't going nowhere. I talked to Lane. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
No, he ain't going nowhere. But I don't know about Dickerson because he's been banged up. He's playing through a lot of pain this year. But I truly feel confident that the Eagles, I'll tell you this much, not only myself, but all the odd makers, I'm sure they'll have us in the NFC side, number 1 or 2 or 3, as going back to the NFC Championship game. I'm sure of that. I'm sure.
I don't think enough people are worried about the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm going to be honest. They have a first-time offensive coordinator that's never called plays before in Sean Mannion. Dude's younger than me, younger than Shady. Acho, you sucked in the NFL. He did too. Sorry. First-time offensive coordinator in Sean Mannion ain't never called plays. On top of that, you lost the best coach on staff in Jeff Stoutland. Shout out to Vic Fangio and what he's done the last 2 years. Jeff Stoutland's done it for the last 12 years. So you lost him. I love going to the Super Bowl because I talked to Nakobe Dean. Rap with starting linebacker Nakobe Dean. He was like, look, I'm a free agent, so we're going to see what's up. Nakobe Dean was the best linebacker on the Philadelphia Eagles this year. He just was. Shout out to Zach Bond. Zach Bond was an all-pro player, and Zach Bond was a really good player this year. But when Nakobe Dean was out there, albeit he got hurt, dealt with a hamstring injury, had the knee injuries. When Nakobe Dean was out there, he was a game changer. Go back and watch every time Nakobe Dean blitzed. He made the offense pay. I saw Smitty at the Super Bowl. Dapped it up, chopped it up with him. I don't think. Oh, and I saw Jalen Hurts. Saw Jalen at the Super Bowl, sitting in a corner by himself with sunglasses on his phone.
He give you one word answer, didn't he?
I didn't even talk to him.
Oh,
I just
okay.
seen him. I was wondering, like, I go into this back room because I'm meeting everybody in the room. Hey, Acho, you know so and so, you know so and so, you know so and so. I don't really know all these young bulls. We on TV, so they know us.
Yeah.
See Terrion Arnold plays for the Lions. I see Milton Williams' parents. Thanks for speaking so kindly of my son, Milton Williams, starting D tackle for the Patriots. I see Will Anderson. Hey, bruh, it's love, it's love.
Yeah.
Go to the back room, see Nicole Lynn. Nicole Lynn is the agent to Jalen Hurts and all these individuals I just named. I'm like, why ain't nobody in here? I'm turning around, I leave. I just see Jalen sitting down by himself, sunglasses on, da-da-da. Read nothing into that. Or read everything into that. Yeah. Like, you at a party with your peers. Why you dolo? I say that to say chemistry issues, I'm not sure that the Eagles have fixed that. Play calling issues, how do we know that the Eagles have fixed that? Personnel issues, if Landon Dickerson is gone, the Eagles haven't fixed that. So personnel, play calling, and chemistry, all of those things are questioned. So I think it's whispers because it's one piece at a time. It's not like Lane plus Landon plus Stoutland all retired. But Stoutland retires.
Yeah, that's
Now Landon might retire.
That's a big blow. The Stoutland
Talk
thing,
about it.
because I was there with Stoutland. I've been around a lot of great offensive line coaches, but Stoutland made everything so simple, so easy. So a lot of people's gonna miss him for sure. I mean, like, imagine this: Jason Kelce leaves, and they run the ball way better. Like, it's like Kelsey's a beast, and they did better without him. That was crazy. That's Stoutland, right? You take Mackay from the Jets.
Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, he didn't really, I mean, he's a super talented dude, but he didn't get that production like he did in Philadelphia. That's Jeff Stoutland. And back to to Jalen Hurts for a second.
Talk about it.
Yo, you're reading into his personality. Yo, he's not a talker. Like, that's okay. As me and you go somewhere, I'm gonna talk way more to you than you are.
Sure.
So that don't matter.
But
That's how he is.
Here's why. We've heard nothing but rumors about Jalen Hurts not being that cool with the people inside the Eagles locker room. I seen everybody at the Super Bowl. CeeDee Lamb, Debo. They was together. They was ha-ha, kiki, and they was chilling. Everybody at Radio Row, everybody chilling. Everybody at this party, including Will Anderson, who is significantly better than Jalen Hurts, getting along with everybody.
I'm lost. What does that have to do with
What that tells me is like,
he don't talk. He don't talk.
not even he don't talk. Do you not have camaraderie with other people in the league? Because you don't. I'm not sure that you heard Brandon Graham say it.
What about Barry Sanders though? Because he don't talk. He don't talk. When I went to Pittsburgh, I sat and had a luncheon with Troy Polamalu. Said 3 words to me. I don't care why that matter?
Because
you don't talk.
Because the quarterback, you kind of have an obligation to talk. Not just in the huddle,
I mean,
but you have an obligation.
He talks to his teammates. He's not as talkative as we might want him to, but he don't talk. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a personality. When I would come in the locker room at 7 a.m., I'm loud. Yo, what's up, my boy? I see you. Hey, you losing that weight? That's me. There's some dudes that's quiet. Nick Foles is quiet. You know what I mean?
But here's the difference.
I got to make Nick talk.
The difference, though, is this. Nick Foles was publicly cool with everybody. Everybody.
Nick,
publicly cool with everybody.
Nick don't curse. I mean, he don't curse. People don't curse. Always cool with everybody. Oh, he curse.
Oh, he curse.
Man,
Who cursed?
Listen, you.
Hey, my parents watching.
Yeah,
Shady.
his mom.
I love you.
Trey, let me ask you this. Do you read into that? When you hear Brandon Graham last year, during the season 2 years ago, say, AJ and Jalen not as cool as they used to.
That's my boy. BG talk too much.
And then you hear the murmurs about Jalen not being cool with really too many people on the team. Then I tell you, I ain't see him with nobody. Yeah. He's not only in a section by himself, he's in a room by himself. In a corner of this isolated room by himself. We're everybody together. Do you read into that?
I think there's definitely something there. I read less into like the personality traits of it. Maybe the dude is just a super introvert. Maybe he's socially awkward. I have friends, family members, you know what I mean, that are socially awkward. They're weird in social situations. They have social anxiety. Maybe they just don't want to talk. So I won't look into that part of it. But in terms of the team chemistry, the murmurs in the locker room, the stuff we see on the sidelines is definitely holds weight to me. I think you have to at least consider the fact that Jalen Hurts is on an island by himself a bit.
I got one for you. I'm gonna think of a guy that won a championship that's quiet as hell, don't never talk ever.
He better be a quarterback or I don't care.
He barely laughs.
He better be a quarterback or I don't care.
Kawhi Leonard.
I don't think he's a quarterback.
Well, that's what I'm talking to you because he said he didn't.
Yeah. So okay, cool.
A leader of a team,
Yep.
a champion.
Yeah.
He don't do no talking.
Yeah.
He barely smile.
Yeah.
Why does that matter? Why does it matter?
Because the other
Do your
issues,
job.
the other issues
Do your
weren't
job.
present. The
Listen,
other issues weren't
the truth,
present.
This
though.
is the real truth.
Yep.
Obviously, in football, you want to have that bond with your teammates.
Yep.
That's true.
Facts.
But if we don't, on this play, I gotta do my job. On this play, you'll do your job. Every play, we gotta do our job, talk or not.
Yep.
That's the truth of it.
Yep. But and that's why I said I don't entertain the social part of it, the personality. I can attribute that to maybe he's just an introvert. But in terms of the rumors about the locker room, we've seen him and AJ Brown have some sort of tension. We've seen him in press conferences avoid questions. Oh, I'm not talking about that. I don't want to talk. There has to be some sort of weight held to the leader being.
You been married before?
I'm married right now.
I know that. You been married before?
No, this is my one and only marriage. I'm only doing it once.
I heard that rumor. Is it true?
That I've been married before?
Yeah.
No,
So
it's not.
it's false, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Rumors.
there
But
is-
what if I now am out and see Trey with another woman and a different ring on? I can confirm said rumor.
No. You didn't say that he was just quiet and all that. You said that his rumors that they don't like him in the locker room. That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's rumors. That could be rumors. I don't do rumors. That's chatty patty stuff.
Okay, so let me push back right here, Shady.
True play,
Okay,
I don't
so
do no rumors.
so let's concede that Jalen Hurts is not a social butterfly, right?
Yep.
Doesn't like social. And I saw it at the old network, the old joint. You walk in with the boom box, you hype, you it's lit. It's
that's
6.
2-5.
It's
That's
5:30 in the
2-5.
morning. Well, Shady ain't never showing up to work
Never
all that
on-
time. He ain't
never
never
was
show
on
up that
time.
early. But when he did show up, he had the boom box. He's blasting music. He's lit. He's hype, right?
Right, that's right.
Now you walking up to anybody and everybody, whether they're socially awkward or whether they're
Right,
introvert or extroverted,
What
right?
about it? What about
so if you say somebody like BG is super social, why are those guys still not going up to the Jalen Hurts, the quiet, the introverted ones, and still being like, yo, come on, bro, yeah, let's get hype, you know what I mean? I'm gonna come kick it with you for a second. We could parlay, talk about this, talk about that.
Yeah, but like that's if I know who you are, how you are, I'm not gonna do that to you. If
I don't believe that because I saw it at the old spot where you would come up to people and whoever you talking to, anybody trying to get them hype, trying to turn their day around, bring a smile to their face.
I think some of that's like your personality. Like I always been like the center of attention.
Yeah.
Always been good. When you good, you can do what you want. That's the truth.
Okay.
So so if I shouldn't be talking, but I'm good, I'm going to talk. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where a guy's not that good, it's like, yo, why is he even talking?
I see.
You feel what I'm saying? I hate when
sure.
a dude don't be that good and he be trying to break his down. I'm like, yo, my man, why are you breaking this down?
Hey, let me do this
That's
because
fair.
we talking about somebody who don't talk. Let's talk about somebody who talks too much.
Ooh.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Because nothing infuriated me more this weekend than what we about to talk about right now. In case y'all missed it, Jackson Smith-Njigba, obviously he won a Super Bowl, but before he won the Super Bowl, he won Offensive Player of the Year. Was he best offensive player in football? 119 catches, nearly 1,800 yards, 10 touchdowns, helped the Seahawks get the #1 seed. So while he is being presented with the award, Druski, known social media comedian, standing up there with Barry Sanders, decides to kind of make a mockery of Jackson Smith-Njigba's name. Y'all just take a listen and I'm going to sound off.
Well, the winner decided not to pull up tonight, so I guess on his behalf, Jackson Smith Njigba, Nigaba, Najiba,
He gonna keep going.
Njigba, JSN.
Oh, Barry said, let me get this shit right. Let me get it right for you.
Quit playing.
Stop playing with other people's names. 100%. Druski, you play a lot. And you really good at playing, and shout out to what you've done and what you've built in your career. I believe you're the best one doing it right now. But know the time and the place. And when it's Jackson Smith-Njigba's time and it's Jackson Smith-Njigba's place, then just say his name right, fix your face, and keep it moving. Like, understand when it's about you and when it's not about you. And what ran me hot about that is like, Druski, that moment was not about you. And also, names carry weight. Names are significant, especially family names. Names are powerful. And you want to take the time at the Super Bowl to now decide, you know what? I'm going to get a joke off. I'm going to have a viral moment. We spent so much more time talking about Druski mispronouncing his name than we spent talking about the actual player who dominated the game. That makes no sense to me. And also, you know it was an intentional joke that fell flat because he said his name right first and then proceeded to say his name wrong and get all them ha-has and kikis out the way. This is not a time for a skit. If you want to go do an NFL honor skit, go do like you did the church skit. But right now, it's NFL honors, not the Druski honors, not the comedian honors. It's not time for all that. So this truly infuriated me, 2-5. I know you got thoughts.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really that mad about it just because, I mean, if you bring Druski to any event you got, he's going to be funny. That's his thing. He's a guy that started on social media, making people laugh for a living. And now he's successful at it. So I guess you know what you're getting from him. So I don't really mind that. But I will say to the NFL, like when you bring certain guys, because I see that the Seahawks was upset about it. And my thing is, well, the NFL is always trying to branch out and make the game bigger, right? More attraction. And you add guys like this to the NFL, they're going to do stuff like that. So I don't have a problem with it. I did have a problem with Tiffany Harris. Harris, what's her name? Haddish. Yeah. She's really, really good at her craft too. But I didn't like how, if you're going to be like speaking on our best, because it's an honor show, right? So if you're going to talk about the coaches, get their names right. Or don't have a job.
Wait, so how you ain't got no issue with Druski, but you got an issue with Haddish?
Because Druski was joking about it. He was joking. That's what he does. He's a jokester. He's a heavy set guy that makes jokes. Everybody laughs. It's cool. But she wasn't joking. She was serious. And then she kept messing his name up. I'm like, is anybody gonna correct her?
Okay, let me show y'all Tiffany Haddish before I vehemently disagree with Shady McCoy. Hold on, here she go. Announcing Coach of the Year.
2025 AP Coach of the Year is Mike Verba.
Come on, dog. She gonna do it again though. Oh, she goes again.
Yeah, she does.
Mike Verba is busy preparing.
Come on,
for
dog.
the Super
Well, before you go,
Bowl
real quick.
20.
So, now a lot of NFL's getting so much bigger now. There's a lot of different race, a lot of different names, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I do a boxing show too, and some of them names be tough to say.
Yeah.
So before I butcher your name, right, I'm gonna ask 2,500 times, yo, how do you pronounce his name? When you spell it out, put half the name here so I can just read the whole name together. Does he have any nicknames? I want to be respectful to the player, to the coach. Like, he's coach of the year.
This take, of all the takes Shady's ever had, and I've probably heard 10,000 of them, this take baffles me most.
Why?
Tiffany Haddish's intent was not bad. Tiffany Haddish's intent was pure. How do we know this? Because after she said his name, she turned the iPad around like, hey, just in case I'm messing this up, I want to make sure I honor him in this moment because I don't know how to say a name that's Vrabel. If I wasn't in sports, I wouldn't know either. Druski's intent was, I'm going to make your moment about me. That's why I got issue with it. Haddish was just trying to do her job. Yeah. Usually Haddish would have been the Druski, like, oh, let me make this about me. That's what she's known for. But this time, Tiffany Haddish was literally trying to do her job.
Wait, hold on.
Yep,
real
I'm
quick.
holding.
Real quick. If you about to get a big award and they about to call your name out and they just butchering your name, you ain't gonna feel no type of way? Like because this is the thing. This is our awards. It's the NFL honors. Last year I had a chance to I think it was Saquon. I had an award for him. And they gave me my lines, whatever. I made sure I did everything right because, yo, this is about you. So the difference is the Druski thing is he said his name right, but, yo, he being funny. He being funny.
But now's not the time to be funny. Like,
how? You can't bring. Why you bring Druski up there then? If you want somebody to come up there and be serious,
Tiffany Haddish is a comedian.
Yeah, but she wasn't joking. She wasn't doing no jokes.
That's my point. Like, if I'm bringing Druski there because he is Druski. Because of the name.
Why? No.
I'm not bringing him there.
There's a million other famous people. But you bring him there because he's funny.
Fine, but if you're going to crack a joke, don't crack a joke on his name. If you want to crack a joke during the read, do that. Remember, Druski tried his first joke. He said, well, he ain't even show up, da-da-da-da. Bet. If you want to crack your joke there, my thing, though, 2-5, is like, don't crack the joke on the man's name. Crack the joke at another time. I don't know if y'all saw the clip going viral today, Jeff Teague and Zaire Franklin. Yeah. They's beefing because Zaire Franklin's like, hey, just don't play with my name.
Right.
Play with all that other stuff.
Yeah, that was more
don't
respect.
Play with my name. So for me, it's like.
But sometimes just Teague, I like him, but like, I think, and sometimes we go on these podcasts and we forget who we are. Like, he acting like, oh boy ain't solid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh boy's a player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a player though. You know his last name's Franklin. You know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, I just don't like that part because like I'm gonna respect a certain player that earns the right to be respected. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like that. But anyway, back to her. I love her though, so I'm not hating on her. I'm just saying like, yo, this is a big award.
The reason I'm
Kids
not hating
out
on
there,
her,
his wife's out there. Everybody's like, okay, my dad won an award. And you can't say his name.
Here's why I had no issue with that is you don't know when you're announcing awards, and Shady's announced several, I've announced several outside of sports. You do not know who the winner is until you open up the card, or in this case, probably they released a button on the iPad, then you see the name. Yep. So it's not like you know, okay, I'm saying Vrabel, I'm saying Shanahan, I'm saying McDonald, I'm saying Johnson for Ben Johnson, I'm saying whoever the other coaching nominee was. So if it was just one name, like you're reading the script, you read the teleprompter beforehand. So if you mess up a teleprompter that you've pre-read, that's on you. But she doesn't know what coach's name she's about to announce. And respectfully,
so then that means, you know what that
all
means?
of them are low-key hard if you're not in sports.
So that's what I'm about to get to. So then you probably shouldn't be calling names out if you don't know the sports. You don't know the guys that's up for the award. I believe in that because it's not even about her. This is the NFL honor. Football is the biggest sport in America. Mm-hmm. So my thing, yo, if you're gonna have this honor to announce the winner, know his name. Like, why would I bring somebody in to announce somebody in acting or whatever, the Oscars or Grammys, if they don't know who the people are? Think about what that. So it's not even her issue. It's more of the league. Like, yo, I want to make the league bigger, and I'm bringing all these people in there. But if I don't know the players that's getting the award, why would I do the awards? Does that make sense?
But they do that in everything. Like,
but that might be the issue though. Because you don't even, yo.
But there's, I see the value in there being crossover. So bring entertainers into sports, bring sports, into entertainment.
But know the names though, bro.
Know the names, and this is why I can't agree with Acho, you excusing Tiffany Haddish, because I've been before I was so blessed to be a part of this show. I worked a lot of odd jobs. I worked a production assistant for the Hollywood Critics Awards. Yep. It's an esteemed award show. All the movie critics put on this award show, and it's great. And what I saw, shout out to my homegirl, Daisy Lightfoot. She was the person who...
Daisy Lightfoot?
That's a crazy name.
Yeah.
Is that her actual name is Daisy and Lightfoot?
Well, I only knew her as Daisy, but her Instagram says Daisy Lightfoot. So
I was wondering, like, did they just say, okay, take a flower and take...
an appendage.
Yeah, and take some sort of like injury or something, and just throw them things together.
It was just I don't know. That's the homie. She cool as hell, but she was the voice. She did the voiceover for and our nominees are such and such and such and such. So I'm watching her during sound check. Hey, how do you say this? How do you pronounce this name?
Where you go?
Hey, how do you pronounce this name? She's employed by the HCA to know and read these names. So the onus is on Tiffany Haddish.
Yes, but
don't just show up because I know this is what happened because I've been around. She showed up 30 minutes before.
Here's why.
Here the nominees. You got to learn these names.
So much is like I'm not going to be more upset at the person that was well intended than the person that was poorly intended. Tiffany Haddish was well intended. Druski was poorly intended. Tiffany Haddish incidentally made a mistake. Druski intentionally made a mistake. And then to say niggaba. Yeah. Like you trying that hard to get a joke because you already know, if you say the N-word, white people are gonna go crazy. Yeah. Like this lame to me. And Druski's hilarious.
Now I don't think I'm not indicting Haddish more than I am Druski. They are both wrong in my eyes, but I'm not excusing Tiffany either because she was well-intentioned. I can't really say she was well-intentioned because you did not do your job as an award announcer. You didn't come prepared.
But just because
there's 5 names, Acho. She couldn't learn them names before.
Up your job does not mean you weren't well intended trying to do it. Sometimes I make mistakes, you make mistakes, but at least you tried. There's a difference in like I know I got work today and I don't show up, and dang, I had work today but I was late. Complete difference.
But she knew she had work today, and she didn't show up.
But like,
she didn't show up announcing
there was an accident on the way.
Your one job was to pronounce one of these names, one of these 4 or 5, however many nominees there were. Pronounce one of these names correctly, and you blew it. You had one job. I can't excuse that.
What that to me,
and I know she got a bag
doing that
for that,
and then turning it around and then saying like, "Hey, if I'm wrong here, that is significantly more excusable than Jackson Smith." Niggaba.
I can't excuse. She knew she stepped in shit, and it was like, "Oops, let me try to do anything to fix it." Now Druski is still way more wrong.
But that's my thing. What you think Druski's gonna do anyway? That's what he does.
Time and place, though. This is time and place. This is
Druski.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a serious award.
I've never seen him serious. Yo, we was at the what game was we at? Not a game. Mike Rubin's party, last Super Bowl party we went to, and we were all hanging out, and he made some jokes, and we was with him like, what? You know what I mean? But then it's like that's what he does. He's just
the volume
jokes.
shooter. Yeah. Just,
so it's like I mean I don't take nothing he does seriously. He's funny. He's gonna make everybody
time
laugh.
and place for me. I don't like what Druski did either. But no, I'm not excusing.
Trey, we got any super chats to get to in the meantime before
Let
I move,
me
sir?
double check. We do have a couple super chats. We got another one from Dre Hams. J Ham 2020 said, "Have you heard the NFL news about NFL owners wanting to extend trading for picks up to 5 years in the future? What are your thoughts on it, and how much will it change the future of the NFL if it goes through?"
NFL wanting to trade for picks up to 5 years in the future.
Like
draft picks.
you I get the rights to the Eagles.
No, I hate that because to me, what makes the NFL so much better than the NBA, it's a less complex and complicated product.
Yeah.
NBA, I got 4 future first rounders
Protected,
Top 10
protected,
protected, top 4 projected. Yeah.
Like even the draft, it's like the draft. There's a draft lottery and da 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 and da 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 da. Like the last 12 picks are slotted, but then the first 11 picks is going through a slot machine. It's like.
Yeah.
And NBA is just a much more complex product.
It is very
for no reason. NFL simple. Keep it super simple, stupid. Keep going.
For sure. Central Cast, our guy Josiah said, Shady, stop it. The Eagles are finna be the 2016-2017 Eagles history repeats itself in teams, especially when a fan base's culture dictates such. For example, on why I say this, that the 2016-2017 Eagles failed, then he sent another super chat to continue. Let me give you a little
Hold on. Don't tell them to stop spending money.
word of advice. Instead of sending 3 $10 super chats, the bigger the super chat, the more characters you get.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
don't make my job harder.
That's fair.
Make
And you're
your
more
job
likely
easier.
to read it. And
Yeah,
you're
come
more-
on.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
So he said they failed because the quarterback was falling and everyone started to get upset about his performance. And that same fan base thought he was amazing because he was winning, but now history repeats itself once again. So he's saying 2016-17
Yeah. Carson Wentz
is,
is Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
The difference is Jalen Hurts got injured. Carson Wentz got injured.
Yeah.
Now, Carson Wentz,
Wentz-
too, had
I ain't
questions
lie.
about being liked from within the locker room.
Yeah, who
And
cares?
those questions
Man,
were
who cares about
substantive.
all that? When he was playing, he was balling.
He was like
Yeah,
that.
he was.
He was like that.
I was like, yo, who this dude?
He was like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz's ceiling was way higher than Jalen Hurts' ceiling. Way higher.
Yeah.
It was just lasted a day.
I don't know that part. I just know this.
Yeah, we know you're going to defend your mans.
But when he was rolling out there, I was like, yo, God has saved us again.
Last one, he
go
said he said the Eagles Super Bowl window is closed. People are going to start seeing Jalen's true colors. And Shady, you even said Jalen couldn't do certain formations. So how can you hope to win another Super Bowl when history repeats itself?
Well, listen, this is the problem, man. That when there is a problem, you got to find a solution to change it. Everybody goes to this. When you have so much success, it's like we have so much success and then you have a adversity hits. It's the end of the world. Oh, my God. Yeah. But that's part of the game. That's the journey. That's what we all love.
Yep.
All right, and if we get back to that point, nobody's going to be surprised. If I said tomorrow, you know what, the Eagles might go to the Super Bowl next year, nobody here will be surprised. You be surprised? No.
If Lane Johnson retires,
We've been in
Yeah,
the last.
Lane
Lane's not
retires.
retiring. I told you not. He's not retiring. That's
okay.
for me.
Okay.
All right.
Bet. I didn't hear
And-
that. I was working my fault.
Yeah, you know, when I give
But
this-
yeah.
like it's your boy. But real quick, Lane's gonna be there. The team's gonna really be back. He's gonna be back.
Okay.
Think about it though.
Okay.
What changes?
Okay. I remember the same confidence at the beginning of the season, though.
Next year? Give me your 2 top teams. Give me
In the
3.
NFC?
Give me 3 in the NFC that might go to the NFC Championship game. It's gonna be. Come
I'll
on.
say Seahawks,
Seahawks.
Bears,
Who?
Bears.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, Bears.
Okay.
Bears. Only get
Bears.
better.
Who else?
And then you could go Eagles. Then you go Eagles.
You
You go
see what I'm
Eagles,
saying?
Rams,
You said to
Niners
the
me
Super
are-
Bowl or the championship, NFC Championship?
I go to NFC Championship game.
Eagles, Rams, Niners to me are all.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo.
So you saying you're not scared of any of them teams as an Eagle?
we you know who we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew who y'all were at the beginning of this year too.
Yeah, okay. I mean, last year when we won the Super Bowl, it was tough too.
Yeah.
We'll always be in the argument, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, some teams like that have bad years where like they don't go to playoffs at all.
Yep.
That'll never be us.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
never-
it.
yeah.
Hey, speaking of quarterbacks that teams believe in, Shedeur Sanders, everybody's favorite topic on the show, but there's actually some interesting news because Myles Garrett gave some thoughts that you really just have to hear. It might change up how we all view Shedeur Sanders coming into this next season. Need y'all to take a listen.
Speaking of your team, right? 4 quarterbacks, the challenges. Do y'all have the guy? Is Shedeur the guy?
That's what we're looking at as a guy. You know, we're going to give him a shot to prove that he's a guy. So we're not going to give anyone that title until they go out there and earn it. And he was the last person to be on the field, and he showed some flashes. So we're going to give him an opportunity to show what we can really do. Uncork the ball.
Yeah, you paying another guy $46 million. Is he going to get a shot?
I feel like everyone on the roster is going to get a shot. And now, he was the last guy on the field, so he's obviously going to get first service. And, Deshaun, whoever else on the roster, they're going to get a real look.
We all talking about Shedeur, but ain't nobody talking about the $46 million quarterback that is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. That's a tricky conversation.
It's a very tricky conversation. 2-5, Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun Watson. First, let me ask you this. Who you have more faith in going into next year?
I see enough of Deshaun Watson. When he first decided to go to Cleveland, I was like, yo, that's the missing piece. Mm-hmm. I watched him with Houston. He was so good. He was good when he had all pro wide receivers, and he was good when he didn't have them. He was legit, the truth. And then he goes to Cleveland, and I'm like, who is that? Who is that? So I don't want to see no more of him. I want to see more Shedeur. We don't know what Shedeur's ceiling is. He's a rookie. I've never, ever grade rookies because they have years where they don't look good. It's the first year in the NFL. It's hard as hell. You're adjusting with the football stuff, but for real, you're adjusting with the outside stuff. You're a rookie. And then the next year, they have really, really good years. Your second year is always your best year. It's like the most, the biggest jump, they say. But the funny thing is, hearing about this topic, I don't know now because I'm a businessman.
Facts.
Right? There's no way that I'm going to be paying a contractor $40-something million and he's not going to be leading my project. That don't make sense. I think I will have Shedeur starting on.
Wait, which one? I'm confused.
But listen, what I'm saying is I would love to have Shedeur as a starter. But the business part of it is like, I can't. I'm paying somebody $46 million in his spot. So I'm going to pay $46 million for nothing?
That don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense. Think about it, though. Like, if I'm the owner, I'm going to the new head coach, like, all right, look, man, hey, what we doing at quarterback? Because I forgot that they owe him that much money. Mm-hmm. I forgot. So when I'm talking about Shedeur and the Browns in the future, I forgot that they got to pay Deshaun $46 million. Like, what would anybody do? If you at home and you don't have nothing to do with the NFL and you just have, like, logic and common sense, it's like, yo, what are you going to do? You going to just throw $46 million down the drain? You better hope that they come back. I pray to God every night that I hope that Deshaun learns how to play football again. You hope that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's tricky.
What you think?
I don't think it's a tricky situation.
$46 million. 46.
I think you just have to come in with a game plan.
Which is?
The game plan. So,
what is it?
So what I'm saying is, whatever the coach decides, that has to be the game plan. You have to be honest and transparent with Shedeur. Hey, we're gonna start you the first 4 games. If you perform well in these games, we're gonna.
Here's the thing.
If not, we're gonna.
Shady's convinced me.
They ain't saying that.
Shady's convinced me.
They ain't saying that.
But you gotta say that. You have to.
They ain't saying yo
Because
they not doing that.
This whole year was shiny object over here, capes and smoke and mirrors over here. We don't know what we're doing with Shedeur. Oh, I'm not gonna answer that question. Oh, I don't know if I'm not high on Shedeur yet. I'm not. Just be clear. Have some sense of direction for your second-year quarterback. This is the game plan. We have a vet that's playing behind you. The end goal is to bring him in at some point in the season, or the end goal is to have you run the rest of the season. You just have to be clear. But I don't think it's as tricky as people make it. You just got to communicate what the plan is and then operate effectively.
But here's the tricky part, and here's where I'm with Shady. Shedeur Sanders is supposed to make $4.6 million over the duration of his 4-year contract. $4.6 million.
Yep.
Deshaun Watson is supposed to make $46 million this year alone.
Move that
Deshaun got to start. Deshaun got to start. It doesn't matter who you want to start. Deshaun Watson has to start because if Deshaun's making $46 million, I need to see what you still got, bruh. I don't care. I know you sucked. I do. Now, you did show some flashes before you tore that Achilles. I know you've been bad in Cleveland. But $46 million, I have to find out, do you still have it? Because I can't have $46 million sitting on a bench. I can't. Especially given the fact that Shedeur is not yet elite. Not sure if he will ever become elite, but I'll have $46 million sitting on the bench for an all-pro quarterback.
That's a lot of money, bro.
Is what it is.
So let me ask you.
I'm not going to have $46 million sitting on the bench for Shedeur to go out there and figure out a sophomore slump. I'm not going to having $46 million on the bench to go 5-12. Mm-hmm. I'll have $46 million on the bench go 12-5, not to go 5-12.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is Deshaun Watson, as we know him today, that much of a needle mover for this Cleveland Browns this Cleveland Browns team? Does he move the needle that much for them winning, 4 games this year to winning 8, 9, 10 set? Because if the answer is no, then he's already a castaway.
But
I need to invest in my young quarterback that I see for the future anyway.
Can I put this in your head? That's a good point. But let's say I got these 2 quarterbacks, and how many games you think they'll win with Shedeur next year?
If he plays week 1, gets all the runs, he's prepped properly for the season, I would say 6, 7. But I think they could realistically win 6.
So 6 I'll
games. Say 6 games, yeah.
So my thing now with Deshaun Watson, if he ever, I don't know, because he's been bad, goddamn. But what do you think? How many games you think they win with him? Same?
Maybe 8. Maybe he moves the needle that much.
So let's say this. My thing is, if let's say Deshaun's 1 game more wins or whatever, because he was bad too. At least I'm getting some of my $46 million.
That part.
Yeah, I forgot it was that much money. That's a lot of money, dude. Think about it though. Put yourself in your situation. All right, if I got to pay this, whatever this bill is.
Yeah.
I need to see that. I need to see that.
So listen,
Valentine's Day's coming up. Valentine's Day's coming up.
Yep. I'm glad you went there.
And my girl, I'm gonna get her a nice gift, right? But I know this much. When I get her that gift, I'm gonna get a lot of attention, a lot of love. Now you think I'm gonna get her a nice, big, expensive gift, and I ain't getting nothing back?
Come on now. Okay. Now let me ask you this.
Ask me.
Let me ask you this. Now you done spend a lot of bread on this chick. Let's just say hypothetically you
$46 million.
I ain't no,
not $46 million. but we could do a
let's say 46,000. Let's be say
okay. Let's say 46 bands. So you spent 46 bands on this chick over the course of X amount of years, right? Mm-hmm. And you know that she's gonna cost you another 46,000 this upcoming year, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not working. You ain't seen her in however long. She been overseas combat mission, or she's a movie star, whatever it is, right? You don't know what kind of woman she's gonna be, and y'all having some tension when y'all are together. Are you willing to drop that 46 bands, or do you wipe your hands and say, you know what, it's time for us to move on? I'm done with this relationship.
I think Trey's not understanding this part. It's already spent. So
yeah.
So no matter what, like, it's in contract. I gotta give her the money.
The money's gone regardless, whether he wins you 2 games.
Yeah, I'm gonna work that thing out.
Or 12 games.
I'm gonna work that thing out. Yeah, I'm gonna work that thing out.
I don't know. I think the Browns are a future planning team, in my opinion. Like they are planning for the future. Deshaun Watson is not the guy for your future.
He's not.
But I'll say this:
$46 million. Though.
Not only that, to me, Deshaun Watson also right now probably gives the Browns a better chance to win than Shedeur, because Shedeur's so young. Shedeur started 7-8 games last year.
Yeah.
So if you're also thinking about who gives you the best chance to win right now, you're not winning anything.
Literally anything.
Long term, Shedeur gives you the best chance to win. But I would rather lose with $46 million being used than lose wasting $46 million. Because at least let me use it. Let me get some sort of return on my investment, please, and hope for the best.
If it was 20, I would say start Shedeur.
But 40 is just 46 is just
yeah. How you feel about that? $20 million? Would you waste that?
Because we've seen the Falcons waste $20 million. Kirk Cousins on the bench.
I would do 20. I would take that. But 46.
Yeah. That's a hefty. That's a hefty net loss.
60 is the highest paid quarterback.
Yep.
And the 50s is all. So he's $4 million away from the 50 mark. Yeah. So right now, Deshaun Watson is probably top 8 highest paid.
Yeah, probably still up there.
Think about that, like, yo,
and guaranteed. I think he's second.
Come on, man, you gotta earn that, dude. You better go out there and try to win something. You better try to do something. I need work for my money.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of earning things, I saw this viral tweet today that had me wondering. I know there's going to be a debate. Sorry, 2-5. I apologize ahead of time. Has Cooper Kupp earned the right to be an NFL Hall of Famer? People are saying Cooper Kupp, if he retired today, is he a Hall of Famer? Let me read you off some of his statistics. 8,300 receiving yards, 59 touchdowns, Offensive Player of the Year, All-Pro, Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ, plus Super Bowl MVP. Led the team in receiving yards for both Super Bowls. He has filled up his resume better than most receivers as it pertains to rings, especially, plus Triple Crown winner, Offensive Player of the Year. 2-5. If Cooper Kupp were to hang it up today, is he, as this tweet says, a Hall of Famer?
I hate this thing, man, because I love Cooper Kupp. I think he's a hell of a player. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. He got some really great numbers. You know, it's funny, man, because you see all these different stats of all these other wide receivers. If you had a chance, I want you to pull up what's his name? Isaac Bruce and Torrey Hall. Look him up for a second. Can you do that for a second? He's not a Hall of Famer right now. He got numbers. Then I want you to look at Steve Smith. These dudes got numbers. So I probably won't make him a Hall of Famer, but it's just hard because there's so many great players. I think he's a hell of a player. I think Cooper Kupp is the real deal.
So Torrey Holt, for context, 13,000 yards,
13,000
74
yards,
touchdowns, 7-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, Hall of Fame team though. You told me Isaac Bruce is in the Hall of Fame, so I won't look him up.
He's not.
You told me Steve Smith.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like he got 13,000 yards.
Steve Smith, 14,000 yards.
Come on, man. Look at these
81
numbers.
touchdowns,
Look at these numbers.
2-time All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler. However, when you go back to Cooper Kupp, if y'all remember, I get it, only has 8,300 yards, 59 touchdowns, but a 2-time Super Bowl champ and a Super Bowl MVP. The reason Kupp could have an argument, a losing argument, but an argument, is in the biggest games, I played better than everybody. And it wasn't like Cooper Kupp had a good regular season that amounted to nothing. The year he had the Triple Crown, led the league in touchdowns, receiving yards, and catches, he also was the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
so it's not like it was just like, oh, he had a good regular season and did nothing, or Acho, he just had a good Super Bowl like Eli Manning and did nothing in the regular season. No, Cooper Kupp had a near perfect season. On a team with Matthew Stafford, he was the best player in the Super Bowl. On a team with Odell Beckham, he was the best player in the Super Bowl. On a team with Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, he was the best player in the Super Bowl. So to me, that has to matter. You play to win the game. When you think about Terrell Davis played for 7 seasons. Terrell Davis got less rushing yards than every running back in the Hall of Fame. But he had 2 good seasons.
Yeah.
2 good seasons.
Well, he had 2 back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. I don't know if it's back-to-back. He had 2,000 yards back-to-back. Something like that.
Let me confirm. Yep, keep going.
He's a great player. I mean, you could argue him too, but he played short amount of time. But he was good though. He had 2,000. How many times? Was it back-to-back?
No, 2,000-yard season.
And then 1,700. Well,
that's the thing. Like, hey, Rome, full screen this.
Only thing is real quick though is there's only been a couple guys that have 2,000 yards, so I think that helped him out too.
Yep.
You know, but the Cooper Kupp, real quick.
Hold on, real quick. Let me just add context since they threw it up here. This is Terrell Davis's Hall of Fame. 1,100 yards, 1,500 yards, 1,700 yards, 2,000 yards. I believe he was All-Pro.
That's a nice.
Then 200 yards, 200 yards, 700 yards. Y'all can kill it because I know it's y'all don't like this full screen. Y'all can kill it. I only add context to say, like, if Terrell Davis can get in, 2-time Super Bowl champ,
it's 2 of his different
MVP,
positions,
but they're both skill positions.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, for example, though, so I just named you 2 guys that's not in the Hall of Fame that almost double him in every category, yards wise and touchdowns. But Cooper Kupp, like, that year was a great year he had, so that does matter. But you talking about a career. If they put him in there, I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I like Cooper Kupp. I think he's a really good player, and then he does things for me like he blocks. Like, wide receivers don't want to block. He goes in there and he blocks linebackers. He blocks safeties. He's a guy that's, you know what, I am a superstar, but if you need me to be a role player today, I will do it. So I like Cooper Kupp. I just think it's a hard battle because you got guys like Steve Smith that got 14,000 yards with like 90 touchdowns. You got dudes like Torrey Hall that got 13,000 yards, you know. You got guys like Anquan. Like, I could name you dudes that got stats on stats that's not in the Hall of Fame.
Let me ask you this, and this might be a biased question.
Anquan had number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Anquan was.
Trey, prepare to answer this question too, because I know Shady might go here with it. I think it was Max Kellerman, and he always says He always says if you're trying to figure out who won a fight in a boxing match, you're trying to figure out simply ask yourself, who would you rather be? Who would you rather be? And whoever you would rather be won the fight. Right? Let me ask you this, 2-5.
Wait.
Go ahead.
You saying you'd rather be Cooper Kupp than Steve Smith?
I'm about to ask the question. Like, whose career would you rather have? Not who would you rather be. Somebody's made a lot of money, da-da-da. But, like, Super Bowl champ plus Super Bowl MVP plus Triple Crown winner. Not like you just lucked in, not Malcolm Smith. You didn't just luck into a Super Bowl MVP and have an average
Steve
career.
Smith had a Triple Crown too, I think. No?
I believe he may have had a Triple Crown, but no Super Bowl win, obviously. So whose career would you rather have? Cooper Kupp or Steve Smith?
The Super Bowl stuff is cool. I think that's a quarterback thing. Like, there's great players that ain't win nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's a quarterback stuff. But
yeah, Smith has a Triple Crown.
I would take Steve Smith. Steve Smith is like argued as one of the best wide receivers in the game.
Is he?
He's considered one of the best, not the best, but he's one of the greats. He's one of the greats of the game, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would put him in there. Steve Smith, Torrey Holt, those dudes is one of the best. And they wasn't good for just 1 year. It was good for a couple of years. Yeah. I think if you ask it's the argument is so hard because I don't want to bash nobody.
Speak the truth. You can speak honestly
Steve
without
Smith
bashing.
Is a dog, yo. Like he's one of the best receivers to ever lace him up. I'm not saying Cooper Kupp is not. I think they're in different classes. Torrey Holt, he's another one, yo. That was a dog. Is considered one of the best players to play the game. Anquan Bolden was an animal. Them dudes are really great players. So when you comparing them, right, it's hard when you comparing 1 year to a dude's career. Like when we look at Cooper Kupp's career, he's only had over 1,000 yards twice.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Smith is like every other year is going for a stack.
Yeah.
Let me ask you that, Trey. Whose career would you rather have? Steve Smith, Cooper Kupp.
It's tough because it's the age old argument of like highest highs, but longevity. Like Cooper Kupp's peak is higher than Steve Smith's.
It is. It's higher than
significantly higher.
It's higher than just about every receiver. It's a top 5 peak.
Right, for sure. But Steve Smith has the longevity. He played 14 years in
at
the
least
league?
Yeah, probably.
And he's got what you just looked up 14,000 yards.
14,000 yards, 81 touchdowns.
I mean, for me, as an athlete, I think I would have to take Steve Smith's career just because I can hang my hat on. I played the game at a high level for so long. If Cooper Kupp falls off a cliff right now, I don't even want my career, my Hall of Fame to be in question.
Here's my thing, G. Even if his career falls off a cliff right now, Cooper Kupp can actually also be in rooms that a lot of cats can't. Because it's like he had a perfect season.
Yeah.
And like if he just had a good Super Bowl, I'm with Shady. I'm with him. If it was just one game, I'm with him.
It's a great year though. He had a great year.
He had a phenomenal year. Then you go to the Seahawks, and when JSN gets hurt, can't find him. Cooper Kupp, you led the team in receiving.
What do you have?
12 targets, 6 catches, 59 yards, no tugs.
Acho.
But I'm just saying, 2 Super Bowl winning teams, you led both of them in receiving.
Bro,
Mind you, he's 33. I'm not expecting him to go for. He was a castaway. He was a castaway from the Rams.
I got like 5,000 yards, I think. Right,
receiving
front 4,000. He got 8,300 yards. I mean, it's not nothing against him. I don't know if you heard me because sometimes I get excited. Let me say, Steve Smith got like 14,000 yards. Torrey Holt got like 13,000. They got so that's almost double.
Here's another.
It's almost double though.
Because TJ always likes to inject this in arguments too. Were you top 5 at your position for 5 years or more? Oh, no. The answer for Cooper Kupp.
But Cooper Kupp was nice.
Was a resounding no.
Of course. But here's the other thing: are we rewarding health more than talent? Because Cooper Kupp played 8 games, played 14 games, played 12 games. The year he played all 17 games, that's when he won the Triple Crown. Yep. Got hurt, played 9 games. Hurt, played 12 games. Hurt, played 11 games. So I'm saying,
what does that mean?
We're having longevity arguments.
When you talk about Joe Burrow, you speak about playing. When you talk about Hall of Famers, who's doing all this? Yo, he played this many games. Damn, so when he was 100%, we ain't doing all that. I ain't got time. In a barbershop, I ain't got no time for none of that.
Okay, but you got time for this.
And we know the voters.
You got time for this. I got a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, and I got a Triple Crown, period. In the same year, I had a Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. We got time for that. I know we got time for that.
I like Cooper Kupp. I love Cooper Kupp. I just don't think he's going to be Hall of Fame with them dudes over them guys.
I don't think if his career ends today, I don't think you can put him in the
Let me ask y'all this. Cooper Kupp, Julian Edelman.
They like the same. I'm going with Kupp.
I'm
going with Kupp. I think Kupp was better, more productive. But then Edelman was nice too, though. That's a hard one. I would go with Kupp. I mean, he got
Edelman also had that guy throwing.
He was an All-Pro though. Edelman's not been an All-Pro.
No, I don't believe so. Edelman has 3 Super Bowls, no All-Pros.
Does he have a Pro Bowl?
I would hope.
Oh, we on a Pro Bowl.
But you remember it's a different era of Pro Bowls. You had to earn them back.
But
then.
he's
Super Bowl MVP, 3-time Super Bowl champ, Julian Edelman.
No All Pros, no Pro Bowls. Yeah,
6,800 yards, but 30. But his yards are. James Jones, I think, might have more yards.
Yeah,
like this is
a crazy conversation.
Okay, let me ask you this. Last one.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Say Cooper Kupp gets to 10,000 yards. Not hard to do. 2 more seasons. Say Cooper Kupp gets to 10,000 yards, and say he gets to 70 touchdowns. Also not hard to do. 11 touchdowns over the next 2 years.
I got some.
10,000 yards, 70 touchdowns, 2 Super Bowls, Super Bowl MVP.
Watch
Now, are you asking a career question or are you asking a Hall of
Does
Fame
that
question?
Hall of Fame, 10,000 yards, 70 touchdowns, still not Steve Smith, still not them,
Yeah.
but now Super Bowl MVP, 2 Super Bowls.
I got one for you. I got a great one for you.
I
Ready for
think,
this?
yeah. I think, yeah. Hall
Yo,
of
pull
Fame
up
is
Mike
a good
Evans. Whose career would you take? Mike Evans' career or Cooper Kupp's?
Cup was the best for a year. Evans now Evan got yards. See, but this is what I hate. Mike Evans, 13,000 yards, 108 touchdowns. Asinine statistics. He got nearly double
Crazy.
Cooper Kupp's touchdowns.
Yeah.
Wild statistics. But
Any
Mike
All-Pros?
Evans was no All-Pros, 6 Pro Bowls. Mike Evans was never the best at the position. He was never one of the 6th best at the position. Well, he might have second team All-Pros because they might not list him. He was He was never the best at the position, and he was never one of the 3 best at the position. He has 2 second team All-Pros. Cooper Kupp's career is better. Like Mike Evans, you're looking at Cooper Kupp because of longevity.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp is like, bruh, you really can't see me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I'm taking Cooper Kupp between that comparison for sure.
but the crazy thing is, Mike Evans got better numbers than Steve Smith and Torrey Holt.
But,
108 touchdowns.
Well, he's never been All-Pro. I didn't know that. That's
But
108 touchdowns.
No, you-
but
you
nuance. We
You
have
never
to
been
consider.
All-Pro though?
But and also
Two second teams.
I
Steve
can't
Smith
take
played
that.
in an era where it wasn't as pass friendly as it is now.
True.
So you got that has to hold some weight too. Like
But I would probably say Steve's better than Mike. I love Mike. Mike is my
Mike is a
favorite
dog.
teammate I've ever had.
Oh, for real?
Oh, he's a great teammate.
that's what's up.
But I don't know if Mike's. I don't think he's better than Steve Smith.
Trey, we got any super chats before I move to the
Let
next
me
one?
double check. Let me see. We do have a super chat, $10 super chat from Q Rich 1178 said. Skip said it best. If you say a person's name and have to think about it, then they're not a Hall of Famer. Plain and simple.
That's true.
I don't hate that. I don't
Say it
hate
again.
that.
He said if you say the name.
If you say the name and you have to think about it, then
They're not a Hall of Famer.
err on the side of them not being
Like
a
if
Hall
it's
of Famer.
debatable, they're not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of something that's debatable, Puka Nakua's behavior has been wildly debatable. People are saying has tarnished their reputation more over a weekend than Puka Nacua. Take a look at this clip from last night, tweeting out Puka Nacua wasted last night. Y'all take a look at this. You'll see Puka there in the white t-shirt.
My nigga Fafa blood.
Oh man, you know where he's coming from.
Yeah, you know
So
where they at. know
you see
what state
Puka
they
there.
at.
If y'all remember, after Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, immediately Puka takes to social media, laughing emoji, Sam Darnold. Meanwhile, Puka obviously is at home. I told y'all this, and Shady finna get mad at me. I
Months
called
ago.
this months ago.
Yeah, you did.
That, hey, we got to watch Puka. Now, what y'all are saying about Puka, I saw and heard significantly more about than just one being drunk outside of a car. I don't care that much. Being drunk outside of a car, isolated incident, not an issue.
Yep.
But then when you think about what has surrounded Puka over the last 2 months, gigantic issue. Because Puka ain't got his paper yet. So think about you are your circle, and you cannot go any higher than your circle. Puka Nacua, if I'm not mistaken, his brother was accused of stealing a Lakers player's car.
Yep.
Then I think his brother got into it with a fan in a USFL football game. Then Puka Nacua makes the accidental, anti-Semitic remark that he has to apologize for. Yep. Then Puka Nacua snuck some individuals into the Rams facility, but he balled that game 225 yards. Now, during the course of the Super Bowl, Puka Nacua is seen drunk outside of the whip. And then after the Super Bowl, you're clowning your opponent who just won, so much so that now Ernest Jones and other players for the Seahawks are clapping back at Puka. Yep. To me, I remember it wasn't all of a sudden, it was subtle. We talked about this. What ended up as a flood started out as a puddle.
Yep.
We're seeing the puddle with Puka Nacua. We're seeing the puddle. Money doesn't change you. Money just makes you more of who you are. Puka is a dog on the football field. A dog. There are few, maybe two better. Maybe. But we are seeing the issues behavioral that I'm like, hey, if these don't get addressed right now,
This is crazy.
given his circle,
Come on, Acho.
I got questions.
What are we talking about? You already talked to Puka? This one-on-one just highlighted?
No, sir.
I have. He's a great dude. Funny kid. I haven't talked to my son. He's a good dude. What are we talking about here? Like, what crime has he ever done? He ain't doing nothing. He has some issues with bringing people to the locker room, right? We've all been there before. Bringing outside guests, you can't do that. Okay, my bad, coach. My fault. Sorry. Right? He was doing some dance. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. All these TikTok stuff, that happens. And then the dude's drunk at the Super Bowl weekend. Everybody does that. Everybody's drinking. He ain't driving. Get a driver. Like, Like well, not me. Y'all become like the police. Yeah, like he's out here. Domestic violence are doing wrong, and he tweets about the other quarterback. So what? If he thinks Sam Darnold's weak and he laughing about it, who cares? He's a 24-year-old. What is he, 25?
Yeah, probably.
He's 25 years old having fun in the league. Y'all gotta stop, yo. Y'all gotta stop. This is crazy.
Here's my worry. My worry is fun until it's not. That's my worry. He's having fun.
This is my thing with you. Y'all be so quick to like jump on him and judge him. Like, what's he doing so bad? Tell me what he's doing so bad that you gotta worry about him.
Being drunk in public in the middle of the street probably isn't the best thing.
Let me just tell you this real quick, bro. Everybody's doing that. Everybody at the Super Bowl is letting their hair down, bro, and they got security and they got drivers. They're drinking, having a good time.
Then how come Puca's the only one we saw? Because I saw CD and I saw Debo. So other famous receivers were at the Super Bowl.
There's other players that you probably didn't see, but I'm sure they was drinking. I've drunk. I ain't gonna put them dudes out there, but I've had drinks with guys that you speak of. It's part of the game, bro. Don't drink.
There's some level of intelligence though, too far.
Intelligence.
No. Let me finish my statement. Do what you want to do, but at least have some wisdom and discernment about how you go about doing it. There's a bunch of people that do a bunch of things, but at least have some intelligence about how you do it. I don't care if you drunk, but I'm just saying being drunk on camera in the middle of the street probably isn't the best thing. Drunk tweeting probably isn't the best thing. I don't care if you live stream.
What's drunk tweet laughing at Sam Darnold?
The Sam Darnold.
So? Because what's wrong with that? I don't think he's that good. And he laughed about it. So what? There's no crime in that.
To me,
him walking the street with the security guard and his driver right there, like, okay, it happens, dude. It happens.
But here's the thing, 2-5. When you overlook the small cracks, that's how the whole thing fractures. You ever had a window crack? I have.
Facts.
When you have a front windshield crack, it's just one little crack.
Yeah, then a spider.
It's just one little crack.
Acho.
And next, before you know it, everything starts to just shatter. And all of a sudden, you're like, how the hell that happened? Well, it started with a little crack. All I'm saying, Shady, is I am noticing a little crack. That's all I'm saying.
So I've done that. I never got in trouble with the law. I never did anything wrong with the law. I never got in trouble. I've been in jail. I've done that before. I've done that. I've been out. I'm not even a big drinker, but I'm celebrating. He had a great year. He's at the Super Bowl where all his other peers having a cocktail, maybe too many. He has security there. He has somebody driving. Everybody's done that. I can name on to certain players that you think is so good of a person or super smart that have done the same thing.
Shady, I think you are wildly overlooking things of minor significance. I am not saying these are significant. I'm not saying you're jumping from me saying A to Acho, he should be arrested. I'm not saying that. You got kids. Trey, you got kids. I have no kids. I've been a kid. First you notice a kid like telling a little small lie. Oh, wait, why didn't you tell me that you snuck the Capri Sun into your backpack? And then next you know the kid tells a little bit of a bigger lie. And then next it's like, oh wait, you're a pathological liar if the behavior doesn't get corrected. I am not saying that Puka Nacua is a problem child yet. What I am saying is we're seeing more behavior from Puka than legitimately any other star player in the league. That's what I'm calling out. It's like Shady is 5 times this year, and I can point to all 5 incidents.
It's small though.
Of course, that's the point.
Bro.
But I think that
nobody's gonna just walk to a narrow road. Nobody does that. We've seen guys though that have crashed out, did all type of wild stuff. He's not doing none of that stuff.
But not yet.
All he's doing
that's
is
the thing.
If
this was Matthew Stafford doing this,
I'll say this.
I don't care hardly at all. Because Matthew Stafford is 38. He had a good time.
How many players in the NFL? It's like
1,400.
1,400 kids, right? Yep. I guarantee you, majority of the kids in the NFL that's not getting DUIs, that's not having domestic violence, that's not doing all this crazy stuff, that's not doing stuff y'all talking about, they are having a good time, they're celebrating, they might have some drinks, and they might be jumping around dancing in the street going to their car. I can see that happening.
Yeah, for sure.
Shady, you don't hear me though.
But I hear you saying, but you're saying that they don't fix. I'm thinking like, what's the fix?
I'm saying
you don't need to fix that.
Not that isolated. But remember, Shady, 5 in like 3 months. I'm with you. That incident isolated, I do not care.
But you calling this is my issue with you. You make some things big don't need to be big. You're telling me this is a problem that he was drinking, right? Then you say that the tweet, he's drunk tweeting. Like that shit, that's nothing. That's nothing.
5 nothings is something. Because all right. the referee thing, called out the ref. Then
that's something. I'm done talking about this stuff. This sounds crazy. Yo.
So you have no
I said something to the ref.
So you
That's
have
a problem.
So you're looking at Puka's behavior and like not issue.
Nothing's
an issue.
Nothing's an issue. This is football. That's what football players do. He's a good player. He's having a good time.
Shady,
Everybody in the NFL that was at the Super Bowl, they was all drinking. Yeah. All of them.
But only one was on camera in the middle of the street getting escorted outside of a club by a bouncer.
Okay.
And only one of them has the prior incident. So, yeah, I do understand
What prior incident?
All the stuff he listed, the anti-Semitic comment that he made on the stream, the referee issue.
Did you watch the stream?
I saw the clip.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was even doing. He was some dance and all that.
Here's my thing.
But that's the thing. So
because the dilemma I have is, and Shady, nobody's saying here's a cop.
No, this is cop stuff.
Well, no, cops arrest people. Like, what's the implication you're saying when saying somebody's a cop? Nobody. I'm not kneeing on anybody's neck.
No, it's like we like supervising like everybody. Like it's like, you know what I mean.
Parents do that. You tell your kid not to do something, don't you? So you a cop?
This dude's 25 years old.
What's your point?
That we grown ups policing this dude.
I'm not policing him. I can't punish him. I am saying AB has turned into a wild boy.
Yeah.
AB was not always a wild boy.
You don't know AB like that. Yes,
I
AB's
remember,
always been wild.
No. Not when he first came into the league, because I knew people who asked AB to babysit their kid and was like, oh, bet. And AB was chill. He came into the league as like a free undrafted kid or a 6th round pick out of like Central Michigan. AB was not always wild. Yeah. And you know AB, not always wild.
But you talking about somebody I already know about. I don't know if you know AB like that. AB always had a little wild side to him.
Sure. But AB's issues didn't start taking off his jersey on a football field. It's not how it started.
You just didn't know about his he had stuff with him.
But it didn't, what I'm saying is, it didn't start this big. Right. AB stuff started smaller. Like, then let me ask you this, because you got kids and I don't, so you're more educated than I in this fashion. Do you just overlook everything your son or daughter does? It's not a big, nothing's a big deal until like they get arrested, now it's a big deal?
I don't use my kids because you talking about like children. This is a grown.
It's childish behavior.
What's childish behavior?
Being drunk in the middle of the street, Shady, is childish behavior.
So I think this is not an indictment on Puca's character. I don't think this is like it's simply a big homie to a little homie conversation. Hey, bro, you ain't doing nothing really crazy, but this is a slippery slope. Gateway drugs are a real thing. Don't smoke weed, because when you smoke weed, it could lead to this, and that could lead to that, and that could lead. Why are you talking about weed for? Because these are gateway circumstances that could potentially lead to something, to a bigger incident. So I'm not saying he needs to be arrested or needs to be chastised or fined or suspended or anything, but a simple, hey, bro, maybe just chill out a little bit. You got
a little bit. He ain't even really doing much.
But it's the things adding up.
Hey, listen. Well, y'all need to. You want Acho need to talk about every player in the NFL because they all have good moments. And they doing this. They all gonna tweet a little bit. They all gonna have friends that try to come in the locker room. They all gonna have a drink and they gonna hang out at the Super Bowl. They all gonna do that. So you know what? We should erase Puca's name and we say out of the 1,400, 1,000 of these players out there that's doing this.
I don't see any.
I want to say slow down.
I don't see any issue with that.
If I saw him, I would talk about it. When CeeDee Lamb went to the club after the Cowboys lost the game, we talked about it on our old show. Because I'm like, bro, you just lost the game. Why are you and Trayvon Diggs in the club right now?
Yeah.
And obviously you saw the decline of Trayvon Diggs on the football field, and shout out to CeeDee Lamb. He's yet to decline. But I do believe when you see small things, they can become big things. I also believe, like, Puca, you're not the only really good receiver. I ain't see AJ Brown doing none of this. You know what I mean? Like, and AJ has had his own things that have ruffled feathers.
Yeah.
I ain't seen that. I ain't seen Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he was there too. He was in the Super Bowl too. So I'm not saying these are big issues yet. I'm just saying, like, to me, 2-5, if I'm a cop, then it sounds like you're a yes man. It sounds like you are just enabling, not a big deal, not a big deal, not a big deal. Then when ish hits the fan.
I just do the same thing though. Everybody, that's crazy how we play the NFL. Like, you like this don't go on. Does it not go on? Cause see, you don't drink, so you speaking like that. People drink. I'm not a big drinker, but when I'm out, I'm gonna have a couple drinks. You like he's doing something wrong. He's not even driving. Like, I don't get it here. Y'all talking like he's really doing some real crime.
No, I'm not. No,
what I'm doing sounds like.
Yeah, no.
What I'm. Hopefully, y'all can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not doing a good enough job in the
room. And
I'm
a yes man when everybody does it.
Because what I'm saying is, if you don't nip it in the bud early, whatever the it is, then it will grow. Because to me, 2-5, would you be surprised if Puca got a DUI? Because I wouldn't.
He wasn't driving.
No, I'm not even saying based on this incident.
Why? Because you said me drinking?
Nah, just because to me it appears that Puca right now is moving too much off impulse behavior. in the locker room, as soon as something happens, impulse behavior. Everything with me, with what I'm seeing with Puka is just impulse behavior. It might not lead to anything bad, but Puka right now just seems like he's moving off of impulse behavior as opposed to like Puka's been talked about more than any other receiver this year, not named AJ Brown.
Yeah.
That to me is, and Jamar
And
Chase
AJ
has
Brown
footing.
stuff was all on the field or on the sideline.
Correct.
And Puka's is not. I think for me the biggest thing is that he's 25. So I don't see any harm in having a veteran or a big homie just come in and be like, hey, these are some things that you got to be careful about. Because yes, while you were just getting out the car, you were drunk, you interacted with the fans, you had a good time. Just don't get behind the wheel. Just reminding you, bro. Just reminding you. Don't get behind the wheel.
To me, it's not even that. To me, it's like I believe you are the circle that you keep.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, I've just seen so many small things. Nothing is big. That's what I'm trying to communicate to Shady. Is like, Shady, nothing is big right now. But it starts small.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, though, because like you see one way of living. That's not the. I keep telling you about. It's a gray world that we live in, right? Yes, you shouldn't drink. Cool, but people drink. So what I'm telling you is, out of 1,400 players, there's probably 1,000 people that want to have a good time.
Yeah.
If you have a good time and you doing everything the right way, like he's not driving. He has security and everything. That's everything you want. He's doing. How this even conversation is like, if he was driving, it'd be an issue.
Yeah, facts.
What
For
if,
sure, it's a
like-
bigger issue.
Yeah, so I hear what you're saying, but you saying it's small. It could grow if it don't put it nip it in the bud. But there's nothing to nip in the bud because everybody has a good time and and it's not wrong with that.
Let me lay my plan real quick because I think Puka is just he's at an age where he's still young and impressionable. I know what I was like at 25, and I was very mature for my age. I had a 6-year-old daughter that I had to care for.
Too doing it like
he's rich, which honestly makes it scarier for me. He's young and impressionable, and he's rich, right? If Matthew Stafford did this at 38 years old, I'd be like, haha, that's funny. We know who Matthew Stafford's character is. We've seen it for 15, 20 years that he's, okay, this is an isolated actual incident where it's just a one-off. But Puka has had these small things that have led up to this incident in the Super Bowl, and it's not a big deal. That's why I don't think it should be like, oh, yo, we got to find him. Oh, take his car keys away. Oh, we got to punish him for this. But just a simple conversation is cool.
Though, right? If TJ was here and you asked, what do you think he would have said?
TJ might say, Puka changed a little bit because we talked about it last time.
But I'm saying for everything y'all are saying about Puka right in here, if you ask him all this, should they have somebody help him out?
He would probably say he needs a big brother. He needs somebody to
That's
make
all
sure.
I'm saying.
He just say probably
just
needs
need a big
brother.
homie.
That's probably all I say. Like because TJ trains Puka, so he would just say because there were a couple disputes that people don't talk about with Puka as well. That like he just say Puka needs a big brother.
Yeah,
that's kind of all I'm getting at is
that's it.
At the point in which Puka, I believe his literal big brother was like accused of stealing a Lakers player's car. I'm just like, that's just
what they got to do with him though. His brother,
because I believe you are your circle.
I don't get it. I play with Michael Vick. I play with Michael Vick. Right, he came back from jail. He was if you don't know him, you can say all this stuff about him. He was a great teammate.
Yeah.
And his brother would do stuff that was like crazy. And I remember Mike coming to the locker room like, I don't know why he's doing that. That had nothing to do with Mike. So his brothers do. I don't care what Puka got going on. That's his brother.
Here's why I say this. Because who's in the circle then? Because I've been around, I don't drink. I was always a designated driver. I've been around my drunk homies. I wouldn't have let my drunk homie get caught on camera like Puka was caught on camera. Because I'm protecting him. So then, fine. If I'm going to be the cop, if I'm going to be whatever, then where are the people in Puka's circle is all I'm saying. Because if I'm out with Trey, and Trey, you lit, hey, stay inside till the Uber get here. Because nothing good will come from that. Yeah. Nothing good will come from, because now a fan sees you in the street, you lit, and then they say something to you. And next thing you know, you touch him.
Hold up. He had a security dude with him, grabbing him, right? And he had the car. So if he's drinking, he's dancing, all that, who cares?
Because Shady, when you're drunk, your inhibitions are down. I'm just saying, say a fan run upon him, and now fans start talking cash. And next thing you know, you fighting in the middle of the street for no reason.
He had security with him. He won't do that. I just think the way he shouldn't do nothing then. He should just play football, pray, and that's it. Don't drink, don't go out, don't have a good time, don't let your hair down. He should just play football, go home.
I'm also not gonna I'm on a different side of things, right? Because I think nothing good comes from getting drunk, personally. I think more bad comes from getting drunk than good comes from getting drunk. So I'm also not gonna normalize we used to use the phrase "let your hair down." Dude drunk in the middle of the street. A Niners player just got shot today in the ankle in San Fran. So but again, I'm coming from a different extreme. I know we got some super chats on the matter.
We do have some super chats. Let me get to those real quick. So, Axel 10-2311 said Shady was just preaching about how to get players help with the issue from yesterday with JPJ, where small issues at home turned into a massive problem. This is the same thing. Small issues can turn south.
Wow. Okay. Now we tell him that's two to the same. All right. That's the same thing. Y'all kidding me?
Now he's saying
No.
small issue.
Yeah,
But this ain't a small issue though. To me, to maybe y'all, I guess to y'all it is. This ain't a small issue to me. I don't know what's the big deal about it. The brother had some. He's at a Super Bowl, had some drinks. He had security and had a driver. What else do you want him to do?
So what would constitute a small issue?
There's no small issue there.
What would constitute a small issue? A player a player hitting a fan, obviously. That's a big issue, right? So what's a small issue for you?
A DUI, is that a small issue?
Because that's a big issue.
That means
to
a
me.
big issue.
Putting his hand on the fan, mushing the fan in the face or something like that.
That's a small issue.
Spitting on somebody, right? That's a small issue that could be, you do something like that. Now it's a fight. You might break your hand. You might break their. Anything can happen. But what I'm saying right here, like everything that the NFL told you to do, he did. He had a driver. He had security. What else you want to do?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you
No, I do see that part.
This is
That's fair.
crazy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I definitely think that's fair. RCNG 086 said everybody else at that party ain't in line to have generational wealth.
I'm a big on to who much is given, much is required.
That's some hate right there.
But he just has more to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned that though. When you got stuff, you got money. People don't like that. They hate. They. A lot of people don't like that. You young like that, got all that money, all that fame. People don't like that because some people they work super hard for their money and they had to go a longer route to get their success. So I understand. I understand both parties, but I know more of Puca's situation than others, and I'm thinking like, yo, if I'm at that age, because I always like to relate to what I know. I'm at that age, got that money, I'm having a good time, had a stressful season, we lost, I'm hurt from the year, and I let my hair there, I'm having a good time with my friends, I got my security, I got my driver, and we still talking bad about it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't win.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
the only way you can win is if you go home and you just drink in your house and you just
But do
watch
you
TV.
do you not wish you did anything differently? Right? You 30 some odd now years old. You lived a phenomenal career. Don't you wish?
I think every person in the world, other than Jesus, would say I could have did something differently in my life.
So now, since you wish you would have done some things differently, wouldn't you advise Puca like, hey, bruh?
He ain't doing nothing wrong though, Acho. To me, that's not doing nothing wrong. When I say do something differently, like maybe be married before you have kids, maybe work harder, maybe stuff like that. Maybe work out things with the coach.
go to class more. Go like do your homework. Go to the extra office.
Like that.
Do community service. Help. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
like, but this stuff he's doing, like that's like we really should be patting him on the back.
Yeah. But I think
Other dudes will get the
think
whip and they might kill somebody or they might be in jet like Henry Ruggs
but
and all that.
But I think both things can be true. I think you can pat him on the back and say, "Hey, look, you check all these boxes. You had a driver, you had security with you, so you were safeguarded against these types of things. Here are some blind spots you might want to look out for. Maybe when you get out the car, a fan might chirp at you. Make sure you ignore that. Make sure you don't entertain that type of thing.
The problem is
it's
this.
more precautionary
This the problem.
than
There's other 25-year-olds, 24-year-olds that's not famous, they're not superstars in the NFL that's doing the same thing.
or crazier.
Yeah,
Or crazy.
Agreed.
And we not gonna see nothing about them. But the mental game is still the same, just that he's famous.
And rich.
I'm saying,
Yeah, and rich.
And if I have a son, so I'm like, yo, now nobody wants their kid to drink or stuff like that, but it happens. You know, my granddad, my dad, everybody, okay. But it's how you go about it. All right, if you're gonna drink responsible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't be drinking and drive. Like, so everything he's doing is right, and we talking about it. And then all the small things y'all saying small, that shit is nothing.
We nitpicking. That's fair. Let me. I got a story to share because I can relate to this to some degree in the sense of like you need a big homie. So when I was in college, I was reckless. I would pop off at the mouth. I had a hot temper, short fuse, all of that. And I can remember being in the bar one night. We had been drinking, turned up. Dude walks past me. And I'm like, man, I can't stand something. He like, yo, what did you say? He misheard what I said. But at this point, you've confronted me. I ain't no hoe. I said, don't worry about what I said. It wasn't for you to hear. Huh? I said, don't worry about what I said. I wasn't talking to you. And I turned around. Dude like taps me on the shoulder. Hey, buddy. I said, stop talking to me, bro. It's over with. Dude shoves me, right? So he shoves me. I draw back, swing on him. Whoop, whoop, twice. Bouncer comes over, breaks us up, right? I'm like, they kick him out the bar, which is cool. I'm assessing the situation with the homie, and I'm like, man, yeah, I ain't gonna let nobody punk me. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, I wish, dude crazy. I'm wild for turning my back to him, but whatever. I got the best of him, right?
Yep.
I'm feeling good. My chest is out when I'm walking out the bar. I get out to LA. I go out with one of my big homies. We outside, similar situation happens. I get into it with a dude. I get kicked out the bar. Big homie pulls me to the side. Hey, bro, you got a daughter. You got a soon-to-be wife. You got a nice job. You got a lot of things to live for. Damn. Haven't been in any situation like that again and won't get into any situation like that again. When I'm with the college homie, he like, yeah, bro, that was crazy. That was woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
So sometimes a conversation just needs to be had, because if I don't have a big homie pull me to the side and mature me, who knows what type of reckless he like? You could really get killed out here. You don't know who he knows. You don't know who this bouncer knows. He could have pulled you
That's
outside.
the other thing for me, bruh, especially being in San Fran. That's because
They're reckless up there, bro.
Like between Ricky Pearsall and
Bruh.
who got shot yesterday, bruh. Even I was leaving clubs as sober as could be, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
I got a Rolex on my house, on my wrist. The cost of houses.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like, but
Let me get out of here.
Different
a crazy
strokes from
flex.
any other.
My dog said he got a house on his wrist. Sheesh. That's
Any
crazy. Let me see. Yeah, we do have a couple more super chats. Somebody said, Nate Knight said, yeah, it happens, but Puca is a superstar, not some first-year rookie. It's a bad look. Max Chain said, we can't put Puca's brother's transgressions on him. That's not fair. And McVay talked to him about the Aiden Ross situation. I think he's just enjoying the offseason and Super Bowl week.
He is. NFL offseasons just scare me.
Yeah.
They just do. Now I'm obviously the most risk-averse person in here.
Yeah.
But NFL offseasons.
Yeah.
We've in 3 days we've had the James Pierce domestic violence situation.
Yep.
Defensive end for the Niners gets shot.
Yep.
Bro, we 2 days into the offseason.
Yeah.
Like, so I having fun in the offseason, like,
Yeah.
that just personally scares me.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
because you have so much more free time.
Yeah.
So much more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hope for the best. Hope for the best.
Yep.
Any other super chats?
No, that's cool. Yeah.
All right, last topic of the day. In case y'all missed the gigantic melee, the brawl, kind of, that took place in the NBA basketball court today, I want to show y'all this right here.
Good defensive team. And Durant is fouled. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I've seen this, John.
Musa, the Hornets, gets in Derwin's face. They start throwing blows. Next thing you know, Miles Bridges. That's Derwin right there.
I have never seen Musa.
Hold on, it's still going. Now I got to show y'all a different angle because the camera operator was trash. Here this one go. Then Isaiah Stewart comes out of nowhere off the bench.
Throwing no
Gets
punches.
his licks in. Tries to.
He's grabbing.
And then you got this angle right here.
Wait, he had the ice on his knee? He did. I didn't even notice that. Wow.
All 4 players were ejected.
Why the other
Musa,
teammates ain't gonna help out though?
Derwin, Bridges, Stewart, all ejected. This was dumb to me. I hate NBA fights. NBA fights are the dumbest fights in pro sports because NBA fights don't nobody get hit, don't no licks get thrown, everybody gets ejected, and they all end up with all bark and no bite.
Yeah.
Isaiah Stewart, you run off the bench to do nothing. They all holding people back, and ain't nobody actually trying to fight.
Yeah.
NBA fights are the most ludicrous, ridiculous, for show things in all of sports.
Agreed.
Because, Bridges, you weren't trying to fight nobody. Because Isaiah Stewart jumped off the bench, he started backing up.
Yep.
Then everybody started holding Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart, what, bro, you average 10 points a game, bro. Save your energy. You gonna need it. And then Durant and Musa, neither of y'all was really trying to fight. So you had all that energy and no punches. 2-5, what was your reaction, bro?
Yeah, I mean, this is basketball stuff right here. Like, they always kind of about to fight. One of my most gangster NBA dudes was Kevin Garnett. I just love him. Like, man, he's always punking everybody, right? And then I got to argue with my homeboy, and he showed me this clip of him getting elbowed in the face, and he didn't do nothing back. I said, oh, so this is everybody in the NBA. So this is basketball. A whole bunch of grabbing, pulling, touching, like not really
Pause
hitting.
all that.
Yeah, that was pause.
Yeah, pause all of that.
Because I'm watching as I'm speaking. But it's always this type of grabbing the players from not fighting. Everybody's pushing around, but nothing really going down. Because in basketball, the good thing in basketball and other sports is, we ain't got no helmets on. We got fists. And if you really want to scrap, we can scrap right here, right now. There's nobody holding us back. We got a good 6 seconds to get it off. Pause. And nobody's doing it. Yep. So, and it's all this like grabbing and throwing a punch. You know somebody gonna grab you. So I do one time want to see a real
just square up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this one time.
Like just square up.
But it look cool. It looks like it's about to go down. Like
that's it.
Like before you go to movies, the previews and the trailer, like,
my
God, but it ain't really,
Yeah, it's all previews, no trailer in NBA fights. Everything is a sizzle reel. Everything is like, I think this is about to happen. No punches end up getting thrown. Everybody get held back. Like, watch this. Ron, pull this up real quick. Everybody getting held back. Backing up. Then watch Bridges.
And then Isaiah Stewart.
Can't no punches get thrown. They tried though, 2-5 actually. I give it to him.
Where?
Miles, look.
Well, Isaiah Stewart is an actual.
But Isaiah Stewart
out.
He literally like this was Isaiah Stewart, if y'all remember, a couple years back trying to fight LeBron James.
This ain't go down either.
What you gonna do?
Get grabbed.
What you like?
And you go home like, Daddy, you was about to whoop him, huh, Daddy? Yeah, you see me? No, we didn't.
I've never seen a legitimate fight in the modern era of basketball. Like the last 15 years, I can't. Outside of the Malice at the Palace, I don't know if can y'all recall a fight between players? I can't recall one.
I think the Nuggets and Knicks had that fight where Melo threw that punch and then ran back down the court. I think
look it up.
That was definitely after Malice in the Palace, but I think it was Nuggets.
You
Knicks.
know who's gangster though was Metal World Peace. Metal World Peace, he ain't playing that. He gangster.
Oh yeah, no, he's not.
Trey, what you make of it?
I like it for the NBA. I think it's great. While yes, it is all a bit of a facade and a charade, and we just gonna act like we doing this, but we're not actually doing it. I think it's good for the league. I would like to see the league get back to more of this type of play and intensity. I think tenacity is good for the sport of the league. It's kind of been watered down. It's been dulled down. You don't have a lot of players. Like in the 90s, you had certain players that you was like, yeah, Charles Oakley. Yeah, leave him alone. Don't mess with him. Today, even in the 2000s, Ron Artest, leave him alone. Don't put that battery in his back. Today, we don't really have any dogs that we look to and are like, yeah, you should probably leave him alone. But I think that's good for the sport. Anytime you can elevate the game with intensity and physicality, especially a contact sport like basketball.
But here's my problem. You name players that were real players.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Isaiah Stewart fight. It's not Charles Oakley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you naming real dudes, Charles Oakley, Ron Artest, these was like bona fide dudes.
Yeah.
We talking about Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah.
Isaiah Stewart's more known for fighting than playing basketball. I cannot remember one Isaiah Stewart play. Yeah. I know he has a song out, this slaps, and that's it.
Yeah, song out?
Got a song out, slaps. Afro-Caribbean joint.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember one Isaiah Stewart play. I remember Isaiah Stewart running around the court trying to chase LeBron like a fan.
Yeah.
And I remember Isaiah Stewart jumping off the bench with an ice pack on his knee trying to get into a fight that he's not at all involved in.
Wild.
Like, you shouldn't be more known for fighting than you are playing.
Yeah.
With all due respect.
Yeah.
Dudes you talking about, they was really after hooping.
Players. Yeah, facts.
They was hooping.
Facts.
Like, Isaiah Stewart.
I ain't gonna lie though. I don't like this though. Like, why all the teammates ain't getting in it? If they throwing real blows, why we watching that though? We team.
Because it's look at Duncan Robinson. This is the eye roll I would have had. Take the tape up real quick, Rome. Look at number 55 right here when you see all this BS fighting going down.
Oh yeah, I ain't rocking with him no more. I just like him.
He's like, this is dumb.
Oh nah.
Look at Melo over there. He's like, this is dumb.
I ain't with that.
I would get involved. Hold on. I would get involved in a fight if it's legitimate.
That's what I was getting ready to get.
If it's a legitimate fight, I'm getting involved. I'm not getting involved in all this grabbing and holding back. Like, if it's a legitimate fight.
But wait, hold up.
But if you know ain't no real punches being thrown, what's the point of jumping in? Why am I gonna get a $50,000 fine for faking the funk when I know ain't that really about to go down?
And it's faking the funk, by the way.
If we teammates and it looks like, well, I mean, My man did have him in the headlock.
He did have him in the headlock.
Right.
Did
So
have
we
him in the
fighting though. Why? We ain't no asking what happened. Well, who was? I don't care about none of that. We a team.
Yeah.
I'm ride out for my teammate. You ain't gonna ride out for the teammate if he got him in the headlock.
Oh, if you got him,
I'ma step in at that point.
If I'm close enough to do something about it, bet I'm not jumping off the 14th seat in the bench to run all the way past 30 people, of which are gonna stop me, to now be like, hey, all y'all other 7-footers, watch out.
But
I'm gonna be the one to break this up.
The other guys got in though. They got guys coming over too.
Yeah.
Oh no, we a team.
But
the thing is,
But I don't know. I'm also one. I'm a dude for the ones. Like if y'all running y'all ones, cool. That's on y'all.
Ain't no ones. We a team.
It is ones for sure. It's definitely some ones. Now if it's some jumping that's going on, yeah, then I got to jump in and I got to correct that.
Wow, we a team on ones. Ain't no ones. You touch my man. It's all of us up. You doing one? Who doing ones? Yo,
I
watch out. Let
I
him go.
respect the
No.
ones. I respect the ones.
Man, y'all get ones on your own time.
I mean that's a take. That ain't.
I just think it's all about optics, bruh.
Yeah.
I just think like these cats not really anybody out here really fighting. It's like it's just all optics. And also, if you the last person on the bench, what y'all this fight ain't worth $50,000.
Yeah.
And it ain't worth the suspension. It ain't. Yeah, that's
probably gonna be at least that. Yeah, it's gonna. Isaiah Stewart's definitely getting a 7 to 10 game joint. He's done for at least 7 games.
Any other super chats, Trey?
Yeah, let me double check. We do have so it was. They said so shout out to Larice Joe, she or he backed me up, said the Nuggets versus Knicks brawl in Madison Square Garden in 06. So that was when Melo had I can't even remember who he punched, but he punched somebody on the baseline and then backed up all the way to the other baseline. So Central Cast, he said, in basketball, they don't want another Malice in the Palace situation. That's why Jeff Teague was making fun of Franklin, because they got to let stuff go while NFL culture is different. That's actually a good point. Shady, how different do you feel like the NBA and NFL culture is? Because we see a lot of wolfing on the football field too. Where
I mean, football is hard because you got equipment on and all that. You can't really get no real punches off of nobody.
Yeah.
In football, you're gonna push more than I feel like football. You're gonna push more in fights than
punch because it's silly. Why am I gonna hit a hard ass helmet?
Yeah. We had some with Nick Foles. I see you looking up.
I was trying to find it.
And but I mean, it never really amounts to them because it's like pushing. You got helmets on. You got 300 pounders. Basketball's like, dude, we got fists right now. Ain't nothing,
It's nothing but space and opportunity. Yeah,
and then not even punch you. I could just slam you. Let me just dump you.
Yeah, like Barkley did Shaq.
Something like that.
Yeah. Facts.
Hey,
this is wild.
Hey, let's talk about the last topic of the day, and we got to go there because we got to go to Rome. I know you might not be ready for it. Let me see if I can pull up the actual.
That was crazy.
The actual
man.
tweet.
That was nutty, yo.
Rome, throw it in the doc unless this will work. So Jeff Teague has a podcast with a whole bunch of hoopers, names I don't even actually know, but Zaire Franklin.
That was his homeboys, I think.
His homeboys?
Well, his brother's on the pod too, Marquise.
Bet. And then Zaire Franklin, Colts linebacker, former All-Pro, still current Colts linebacker. He also was on the pod. And for whatever reason, T tried playing with his name and it didn't go very well.
He from Philly. He from Philly too.
Hey,
though.
I want to show y'all this. Things got heated between
Jersey.
Zaire Franklin and Jeff Teague. Y'all just take a listen. Hold on, let me close these other tabs.
There you go.
See, that's what I hate too, though. I go.
Moving so clearly,
You went to the game and they actually said,
put me on the
player Zaire Smith.
I'm trying to understand. What's your point? Right? You keep trying me. Stop. Don't disrespect my name. Hold up, Jeff. Don't disrespect my name. You know my name.
I don't know your last name. Zaire.
Stop disrespecting me, Jeff. Hold up, Jeff. Don't disrespect me, Jeff. We live, so we don't got to don't disrespect me.
I don't remember your last name. They put Zaire.
You don't just. All right, bro.
What is it?
All right, bro. What you trying to be on, bro?
Franklin.
What you really trying to be on, though, man? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you taking it somewhere else. Like, we can have a convo. Like, we at work, bro. Like, what you want, bro? Like, we ain't got to do all this, gang. They put me on the Jumbotron. They didn't put you on Jumbotron. They put me on the Jumbotron. They cheer, nigga. They cheer. They say all-pro. Have you ever been all-NBA? No.
Talk to him now.
Like, you was a one-time all-star. I promise you, I'm going to get another Pro Bowl before you get into the all-star. Your career is over. You was trash. They traded you all over the fucking NBA. You never stood. I was a captain on every fucking team I was on.
How many years you played?
So calm down, gang. Like, niggas really fuck with me. I'm really carrying it out here. And I came in late. You was an early pick. I was a late pick and I got out the fucking mud. So watch your mouth when you talking to me, nigga. All right, bro. Now,
I like that.
All right, people are actually
Y'all
watching
listen
this.
tripping. We
You tough
live.
as
We don't
fuck.
have to do this.
Hey,
Hold
we
on,
have a
we
show
live.
that
We
people
don't
are
have to do
watching.
this.
Man,
We live. We don't
get
have to
the
do
fuck
this.
out of
We
here.
live. We don't
Hey,
have
I'm
to
proud
do
of you,
this.
though. You had
We
a-
live. We
you
don't
had a
have to
good
do this.
career,
We
bro.
live. We don't have to
You
do
have a
this.
good career, bro.
Don't disrespect my name. That's all I'm gonna say. We don't have to do that. Everything is cool. You ain't gotta disrespect my name.
No disrespect.
I'm
You
saying.
win, big dog. You win.
I'm saying
You the
can
GOAT.
play
Hey,
that
you the
role,
GOAT.
but it's
You one of
cool.
the
I'm
best.
saying
You
you
one
can
of
play
the
that role.
best,
It's
bro.
cool.
I don't know
You can play
what-
that role. It's cool though. But like,
What?
just don't disrespect my name. That's all I'm asking.
What?
Just don't disrespect my name. That's all I'm asking.
Come on, man. Fuck out of here, my nigga. You good, though. Do your thing. You tough as shit.
All right, bro.
Where we at, DJ?
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
it didn't have to be
there
that,
goes
bro.
the
It's a
super chat
football
this
day.
morning.
It's a football day.
It's
It's
never a
cool.
football day on 520. You can get the fuck out of here if I don't give a fuck.
That's what you want?
Yeah, I could be.
That's what niggas on. bro.
Okay.
That's
I hated this whole thing. I hated this whole thing because they got an incredible show, but ego gonna ruin a show every single time. I hated that. I hated that whole because Teague actually he cool as that. He cool, show great, vibes great. All man saying is, hey, don't disrespect me, don't disrespect my name. And it could have been like, oh my bad, G. You know Zaire Franklin. He's on your show. You've booked him on your show.
Yeah, both in Indianapolis.
Y'all both in Indy. He helping you get views. You get more out of him on your show than that. Y'all a basketball show around the Super Bowl. You had an all-pro on your show. Respect the man. But you want to try to sun the man for what? Like, that's the kind of stuff that irritates me because, like, bruh, put some respect on somebody that's helping you. Everybody always trying to get these jokes off, get these laughs off. Zaire Franklin, stand-up dude, all-pro dude, good dude, on your show, showing love. And he peacefully and respectfully just said, don't disrespect my name.
Yeah.
T, just say bet. Just say less. Now you want to get all sarcastic. Oh, you the GOAT, bro. All sarcastic. Oh, you got it, bro. All-star. Hey, it's football season. It ain't never football season here at 520. Come on, bro. Like, there's a bunch of adults acting like kids.
And you know what's crazy is I like
Teague.
Jeff Teague. I like him though. I like what they got going on. You know, I rapped to him a couple times with, you know, but I just sometimes he get carried away a little bit. And like you try and play with a dude like that, like he an all pro. Zaire's an all pro. You never was all pro. You never was all NBA. None of that. He said he had one
all-star.
All-star? That ain't even what is that? So he could have played that game too. Like yo, we ain't in the same breath. And sometimes this is what I forget who I was talking to about it. But sometimes people get on these podcasts and act like they is so nice and you was not.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff G was cool. But he be talking about certain players. That's what I hate. I hate when certain dudes be talking about certain players and y'all was nowhere close. I hate that. So I'm glad that Zaire bucked back because like you can't play me. Like you know what I mean? I'm an all pro and I'm a captain.
Yeah.
Like I respect that. And if you know his real career, he had to come out the mud with it. Like he wasn't no first round draft pick. I mean, it's weird because I like Jeff, you know what I mean? But I think sometimes, yo, like it's a lot of dudes like that. They be just rapping about dudes that was nice and you weren't even nice like that. So it's like, damn, how you playing me, though? And I was like that. So I do like that because I battle with some dudes on you know, we had my little situation on Twitter about certain cats be mouthing off and certain dudes was like, and y'all was never in the same light. So this was good though because sometimes dudes don't say nothing. Like I watch Teague get off on cats and they don't say nothing back. So I respect that. Then like then they be talking about the old players like Jordan. I'm like yo what? The Kobe's huh? Like how you rapping about Kobe and them dudes? Like y'all we not in the same breath. That hurts me though because you know how hard it is to be good and you know how great he was. So why are we talking bad about him? That's all. So when I see this, I was like, yo, finally somebody bucked back because sometimes we be getting like carried away.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. I think, I don't know, I differ a little bit because I feel like the highest level is the highest level, right?
No.
The NBA is the NBA. You are the best in the world.
No. It's levels though.
Of course, there's levels to the NBA.
So how you gonna be talking crazy about dudes like Kobe and like Jordan and all these like how?
Because he's not talking to him as a player anymore. He's a retired athlete that has an opinion about an all-time great. And I personally think that that's fair. Anybody can have an opinion, should be able to have an opinion.
Everybody can have an opinion though. When you play this game, you know what it's about. It's like, so I don't really argue with fans. Like when I go to my comments, because I have many people DMing me, like all type of crazy stuff. I don't get offended by that because you don't really know. You're a fan. That's cool. That's your opinion. You wake up, you go to work, you know, you watch your game and all that, and you have your opinion about that. I'm cool with that. But dudes that play, I know what I'm saying. When you play this game, you know how hard this game is. You know how when you in the locker room, when you looking at Kobe, you know how you felt when you play Kobe. You know that. So why you on this pod talking like that? I love Gil too. Gil Maurice, I'm a fan of Gil. I love him and his son. I've always been a fan of Gil, even when he's playing. But sometimes I think he gets carried away. Like, yo, how can you? And I get the viewership and all
like
that.
that.
I get it because like now everything's about the viewership. I get all that.
Gil was like that though.
Right, but there's sometimes he be talking about dudes that was like that, and they be like, whoa, say your piece. Like, yo, I don't think he was like Kobe, or Jordan. I don't think they did this well. Cool, I'm cool with that because you critiquing the game.
Yeah.
But when you start acting like they just regular, like for example, when JJ Redick said something about who was it? The Hall of Fame, the all-time league wrestler of all time, like that matter.
Yeah.
So when they be talking about certain players, I'm like, yo, how can you even talk like that? Like you not a fan? You was in the locker room. You prepared against Kobe Bryant. You know who that is.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's fair.
Brother got one All-Star. Kobe got 20.
Yeah.
All NBA, all defense. Like that shit matters, man.
Now let me ask you this: when he was disrespecting Zaire, should he have not disrespected Zaire because Zaire's a better player than him, or should he have not disrespected Zaire because Zaire's just a man and don't?
Both.
Like, what take you making?
Both. I'm a man, so I'm on your show. We solid. Respect me on that. We ain't gonna have a guest on the Speakeasy. I'm gonna be trying you. Like I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, that's
and the second part is like, yo, I'm a better player than you too. So like, respect that part too. Both of that. Everything in life is like competition. It's like somebody trying to come at you a certain way on at TV. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
You just told me the other day how you felt.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I earned this right. You start throwing it, acting like they got this, they got that. Like, that matter. So you feel a certain way. You don't do all this stuff to just not do it. Nah. You do that because you like, it's my resume. Holla at me. What's up?
Yeah.
Trey, who was tripping?
Jeff was definitely tripping.
Yeah, Teague was definitely tripping. Shout out to the pod. This is my home state, Indianapolis. I got a lot of love for. Spent a lot of time there, a lot of family there. So shout out to the guys. What they doing is great. It's awesome. Teague,
But this how it get ruined, though.
Teague was. Well, I ain't gonna wish that on him.
I'm not wish it.
Yeah, no.
This is just how.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is how things come crumbling down for sure. But Teague was tripping, and I think a lot of times when we have these egos, it's hard to step back when we start tripping. Mm-hmm. Like I think he acknowledged it, but also I speak this language. This is very much Indianapolis.
But it's any hood type. So I'm like
this is
too.
This
but
is
still,
very
still
much
levels. Like I can't disrespect certain play. Like he ain't just a regular.
But sports aside, to me, because I'm not a professional athlete, never been a professional athlete, none of that. So that doesn't resonate with me as well. It's a man-to-man thing. I'm a man, bro. Don't disrespect me. If I'm sitting in Zaire's seat, I'm Trey White. I'm gonna tell Teague the same thing. Hey, bro, I'm here as a guest on your show. You've hired me.
Yeah.
I'm an employee. Zaire Franklin said we at work. So there's some sort of transaction there that's taking place where you are putting money in my pocket.
Was Zaire too sensitive?
No.
Nah, you playing with me though?
No, he wasn't too sensitive.
How about this? Now, if Zaire would have jumped on his ass,
because that's what I thought was finna
they
happen.
all have to grab it because that boy's strong. He's gigantic. Like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's on Teague. You know who he is.
But I'm saying it got to be a level of respect because I like Teague. I do. I like him.
Yeah.
And Zaire, I rock with him. But it got to be a level of respect. That's all I'm saying. Like
man to man, regardless of for me, and I'm not discrediting what you're saying, Shady, but the sports stuff doesn't matter to me. The athlete stuff doesn't matter. It's an added layer for sure. But man to man, bro, like just show me respect. I come here on your show respectfully. I add value to the show that you wouldn't otherwise have without me as a football personality on this show, as an active roster player that, like he said, got it out the mud, has climbed the ranks of the NFL and is a captain on every team that he's been on. Those types of things.
You know what else? Here's the part that ran me hot. Play, Rome, take it up real quick. I'm gonna try to see if I can actually get to it.
Don't disrespect my name. That's all, man.
Come on, man. Fuck out here, my nigga. You good, though. Do your thing.
Nah, bro.
You tough as shit.
All right, bro.
Like, I'm gonna keep it playing, but right, don't disrespect my name. Get out of here. Huh? It can't just be like, say less. Anyway, watch this.
That's what I'm saying. Well, it didn't have to be that, bro. It's a football day. It's a football day.
It's never a football day on 520. You can get the fuck out of here if I don't give a fuck.
That's what you want?
Yeah,
like, that's
ego. That's all ego speaking.
Straight ego.
That's all ego speaking.
Straight ego. You can get out of here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Come on, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to me, nobody's that special.
Yeah.
Like, to me,
But to me, the response from Teague should have been, so what's up? We going there or not? Because you talking
Teague
tough
or from Franklin?
From Teague. I think Franklin very well communicated that he was cool taking it there.
Yeah.
Teague was kind of I don't give a. what's up? To me, that's what it is. It's just what we doing. Either we're going to get back on track or we not.
I low-key respect Franklin because Franklin could have took it there.
He definitely could have took it there and been within his, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Within his right as a man to do that. But I hate to see it. I hope they can bounce back. You know what I mean? I love what Club 520 is doing. They got a great show, great group of guys. They got a lot of good chemistry. They got a good product, man. So I hate to see this blemish on their record, but I got faith that they'll move past it for sure.
Dang. Any other super chats before we get out of here?
We do got a few super chats to get to. One just came through. Cam Greer said Beef Stew was defensive player of the month in January and averaging 2 blocks a game at 6'7" for show. All defensive player. Y'all got to watch the games. Bruh known for more than just fights. Of course, he's done a lot to develop his game. He came in the league and was an undersized big that was really only known for rebound. He decided to elevate his game and start to get a jump shot. So, you know, we acknowledge those things, but at the end of the day, his missteps have definitely outshined his forward steps. Yeah,
completely.
So I don't think anybody's wrong in saying that. Jose Guillen, shout out to Jose. It's been a while. I haven't seen you, bro. He said it's weird because NBA fights are unexpected and whack, unlike the NHL, where it's expected and they get lit. NHL games, definitely crazy. I don't know if y'all ever been. If y'all haven't, y'all should definitely check out an NHL game in person. It's definitely a lot of fun. And then Jetson Studio says, salute, fellas. I pray the Most High bestows great health, wealth, and many blessings upon you all. Amen. A modern NBA fight that happened with CP3 and Rondo. I did forget about that one. They actually threw blows in that exchange too. So that was cool. But that's all I got on the. Actually, hold on, my fault, because I did say I would get to one earlier. So Sub05X X5X said, this is back to the football conversation. Said Andy Reid hasn't been a top 5. He's still top 10 coach for 3 years. Like the last 3 years, it's been. Wow, Mahomes has been putting the offense on his back. Not, wow, Mahomes and Reed have been putting in work.
Last 3 years is crazy. Yeah. If you want to say this last year, I'll hear you. Last 3 years, even last 2 years, I'll hear you. But 3 years ago, they was nice.
Yeah.
Like, they was like that.
Yeah.
Last year, they weren't. 2 years ago, offense wasn't defense. 3 years ago,
yeah, still
yeah. They was still, and they won the Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill. Back to back. Yeah, that's crazy. Ethan, do what you're supposed to do, G. Hey, we appreciate y'all showing love always. Y'all could be doing anything. Y'all hung out with us. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the bell button. If you are not currently subscribed to the show, subscribe, please. We waiting on it.
I'm watching.
Share it with your friends, all the things. TJ couldn't make it today, but TJ Houshmandzadeh, he will be in the studio tomorrow. He texted me from your boy, Emmanuel Acho, from the one and only 2-5, 2 Live, LaShawn Shady McCoy from Social. Trey and everybody in the back, make some noise.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
Hey, we have our last show of the month tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, our last show of the month. Y'all know we've been grinding since July 14th and building the show up here, then building the show in here. So our last show of the month tomorrow, then we will be back March 1st. But we are back tomorrow live, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Trey shaking his head.
Don't respect Mountain Time. We just don't do it.
Never have. Never will. Hey, it's love. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.